What is going on, guys? I am Watch Jericho, and today I am here at home, and for some reason, I might have to shut these LEDs off behind me because it looks terrible. There is not enough light in here. We should fix the lighting problem with more lights. But for now, let me get rid of those guys, and we should have that fixed. Let's see. Hey, I think I got it. That look better? Way better. Okay. So anyway, we're here in my living room where it's still not bright enough. I don't understand. There's quite a bit of light in here. But yeah, so here we have a light, and we're going to work on these lights. Turn the romance all the way up. More like the party. That's what we're going to turn all the way up. So this is a Martin Mac 301, and I have acquired 4 of these bad boys, some of the dream fixtures from back in the day. And as you can see, they have a 220, 230, whatever you call it, 220 volt plug on it. So I have over here some 110 volt plugs, and we're gonna make that work. Oh, hey, we could solve the lighting problem for me too. So let's just hook this bad boy up and just point it in my face, and then I'll go blind. These things are insane. These are 18 by 8 watt LED chip on board with white LEDs in them. So anyway, I can't work outside today. I work on a car. I'll try to catch up with the chat here in a second because it's like pouring rain. The 350Z's in the garage, and I don't want to get the 350Z out because there's no hood on it. And as you guys know, I don't want to put a hood on that car. I love that thing. So with the exhaust on there, it's pretty awesome. Okay, here comes this bad boy. She's waking up. And then, what color is white? No. RGBU. Cool. How's that? Is that better? Am I brighter now? Hey, there's less noise on the camera. All right. Hoovy has $5 to donate to the build. All right, I'll try to catch up. How do I pick cars for the channel? I try to find things that are interesting and that I would want to drive. It's not a seizure warning. I set it to one color. The channel is not going in a new direction. The big surprise is coming on Tuesday, though, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. It's super bright in here now, huh? I bought all these lights. They're all pretty old, and I think I spent $2,000 on all of them, which is the price of Miata, since a Miata comment just came up. And I'm super pumped to share what I'm going to do with them with you guys. It's about $150,000 worth of lights, and I paid $2,000. So I would call them all hoopties, and they've all been like toured in production and stuff like that. So I've got my hoopty light fleet here, and I can't wait to start working on it right now with you guys. Hey, Batgoat, the mods are in. Dang, too bad Norwich is in lockdown. Hope that gets switched up for you quickly. Goldwing's not really for sale because I love it. I'm not going to share what the surprise is. I see all these comments. More Toyotas? That could be done. Hey, Winged Horse Garage, I'm coming back to Chicago in like 3 weeks. Maybe 4 weeks. Right after I go get the RA. All right, anyway, here's this Cooper 220 twist lock plug that we are about to remove. Get the cord grip off. Get the screws out of the end of it. I probably should have went and got the the Camaro's coming up, the R8's coming. It's all coming up. I keep telling you guys, just got to be just a little bit patient with me. Not too patient, just a little bit. Both Camaros will be beside each other in a minute because we're going to move some cars around. Oh man, yeah, I love working with Alex from Legit Street Cars. I'm not going to spoil the secret. Come on, guys. Come on. My favorite hot sauce is none. Picante mild. That's the lamest thing I've ever said in my life, right? I love Picante mild. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go get the R8, and then I can't wait to bring it back. I'm super pumped. I'm working on some stuff with these guys for the R8. Hey, it's backwards, but it's a Holly shirt. Yeah, I've worked in production for a long time. We're going to talk about that. There's going to be an entire video coming up with the lights. I used to be a technical director that I built a whole bunch of big pro audio and lighting rigs. I did not buy that monster truck limo, though. That would have been sweet. I don't know if you guys saw that monster truck limo. It's actually a Gambler 500 car. Okay, here we go. We got our twist lock apart. I'm so glad that they use normal wire colors. Some of the older lights used random wire colors in here. But we've got green for ground, black for hot, and white for neutral. This is a really nice plug too. If anybody wants 6 of these 220 plugs, I'll sell them to you because I know they're like $20 each. I do not. I met Chris Fix. It was pretty funny. I was in Vegas for SEMA, and I was walking out of the hotel, and a guy in a Chris Fix shirt walks by, and I was like, wait a minute, are you Chris Fix? He's like, yeah, no helmet or anything. It was pretty funny. I was like, dang, that is cool. Man, who put these in here? There we go. We got them out. Nice. They soldered the ends on these. Take a look at that. Got a nice connection out of that. And then the ground, of course, is still bare wire. It'll be great. We never answer the how old are you question. We've been through that on live before many times. Yeah, Chris does take off his helmet when he's walking around like a normal person. Who would have guessed? Starlink. So here's the thing with Starlink. I don't have any thoughts on it other than it sounds cool until you have to pay for the equipment cost to like install it. And it's pretty wild. Yeah, I see Chris on Instagram all the time. Aren't that hooker exhaust on the 350? Isn't that amazing? I am in love with how the 350 sounds. Sorry, I'll take this apart on camera so you guys can see it. Here's the cord grip coming off of this. Boom, boom. And now I have to try to sneak this through here. I'm glad they taped it all up, but this is the fun part of, oh, nice. Very flexible. Okay. There we go. All right, so we got our cord through the back of our new plug here. This is a standard 110 volt plug. And one of these bad boys say hot. It's not like it actually matters, but I would assume it does. All right, we'll go ahead and throw our ground in here and tighten that down. JG Auto Auction, I'll give you a shout out. Thank you for the super chat. I saw a couple other chats. I mean, chat me again. What was your question? Other than I think you maybe asked what the how I find the cars for the channel, and I just try to find interesting things that you guys would like and I would like. I mean, I work on this stuff for you guys, so always, tell me what you like. The news on the R8 is I'm going to go get it soon. I haven't talked to them in probably 2 weeks when I said I'm going to come get it soon. So, OKC. So here's the thing. I'm on my MacBook right now, and the battery's going to explode like all MacBook batteries. I've been through this many times, but it's the best thing to edit with. So that's why I keep doing it. And it needs to get serviced. They're going to swap the battery out, and I might go to the Tulsa one or the OKC one, the Woodland Hills. I don't know. John Conquest, thank you so much for your super chat. We've talked about Car Trek a lot. I don't know. I'd love to be on it. But I'm going to do something with the Car Trek cars and J&J Auto Wrecking very soon. That's in like 2 or 3 weeks. I edit videos in Final Cut Pro because I love it. I grew up in Premiere and like Final Cut 3, and Premiere like 3 back in the day. You guys, if you were around for that stuff, you know how old it is. Antique software. And now I just use Final Cut Pro because I love it. Freddie and me collab. We tried to do that last time when I took the R8 down, but he's like an hour and a half past where the R8 is. Like Tavares is deep in Florida. So I'd love to go do something with him and Jared. We'll see. We'll see. I would love to work on a Leaf. That's a great question, Ed Cochran. If I can find a cheap Nissan Leaf, which sometimes you can, I will get the Nismo parts from Japan, and we will have a JDM Nissan Leaf. Nismo. Wouldn't that be sick? Look who's here. 100% Jake's here. Yeah, you are. I can hear you. Hey, if I do this properly, which one's hot and which one's neutral? I forget.
All of them.
Hot's the small one. We could just look at that. Give me an outlet. Lick them. I need. Let me look at an outlet real quick. Okay, I figured it out.
Should know this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, we should both have this memorized. This is hot. Okay, here we go. We're good. Now we got it all figured out. Back to work. I wasn't working there for a minute because I forgot how to do it properly. Neutral goes on that side. Okay, is Gabe Gabe's been out of the military for a while. A Nismo Juke would be amazing, but you guys know what Juke is actually amazing?
Juke R.
The Juke R, the GTR Juke. We're just going to talk about cars, and then the lights will exist. Jake will do the work on the lights.
Oh, good.
Anyway, I don't know if you guys watch 100% Jake. Here he is with a Miata shirt. Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. Classic moves, bro. LS6 swapped Rolls Royce coming back very soon. That's the plan for that. I'm going to go drive it around. I don't know what else the plan would be. I'd still like to, the comments pretty much talked me out of rhino lining the roof of my Rolls Smoke. And then I saw the other one at LS Fest, and it was amazing. I was like, of course we're rhino lining my roof. I was right all along. The comments say you're only 80%, Jake.
I guess I got to go find my lost 20%. I'll be right back.
I'll see you later, bro.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Yeah, there are no icons on this plug, right? You would think there would be like a neutral and a hot icon. Whoever said that, David, like you're absolutely right, but it doesn't have them. Pretty funny. It is an industrial connector, and obviously it's AC, so meh. If you know, you know. These are Eaton connectors. I wish they would say. Let's install the cord grip. So the cord grip is going on now. It's got these little screws that rip through the plastic. Toyota Tech. The 67 Camaro is great, and I can't wait to get it back on the channel very shortly here. Discount Jake from State Farm. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Jake did do some great interior work on the BMW. I drove it the other day. I don't know if that video came out yet. Yeah, Nicholas, obviously it doesn't matter where hot and neutral go. I mean, that's what I was saying. It's AC. Just don't send ground to the hot. That's for sure. I learned to work on cars with my dad. I started working on engines when I was like 5. If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted a picture of me mowing when I was a little kid. It's pretty funny. And yeah, so the deal with the lights is I basically worked on engines my whole life after that. And it turned into cars, motorcycles. There's no problem with these lights, but they all have these twist lock 220 volt connectors on them, which I don't need. That's also for a 20 amp circuit. I don't need that. Yeah, and you're right. You're right. I flipped them around. Jerry, you're exactly right. I don't know how I did that. He was like, the silver screw's neutral. I was like, yeah, it's been a while. I don't know who Jason Kander is, so I'm not related to that guy. If a camshaft broke in half and ruined the one spot, can I fix the head? Maybe. It's pretty easy to just buy a new head. I just hop on eBay and buy a head. It does not matter. But it's smart to do it right. Okay.
Does the other one also need terminated?
So all 4 of those need terminated, but the other one has PowerCon. Ooh. There's that PowerCon. And it's I've got a PowerCon that's already terminated in a 110 volt connector, so we can just plug it in. I love PowerCon. Of course, neutral is bonded to ground, but neutral is not the ground. There's a difference. This is supposed to be car talk on Watch JR Go, not electrician talk. But thank you for originally saying one of these has a mark for where this thing sits. So yeah, I just work on things. I grew up doing, electrician things too. My dad's a licensed master electrician, if that helps you know where I got that knowledge. So cars and electricity. Cars run on electricity mostly. I mean, gasoline, power, you gotta kind of be able to work on all of it if you want to do any of it, I'd say. Dad builds steam generators and a whole lot of other cool stuff. Jake.
Yes.
How is your Ninja?
It exists. The
There you
reason you haven't seen it is because it works.
I love that thing, actually. I rode it. I was like, dude, that bike rocks. A 300 Ninja. I wanted it to be a letdown like all 250s have always been for me. Nope. It was great.
It's pretty much the perfect bike. If you're getting into motorcycles, that can be the only bike you ever have to own.
It's true. And I have recommended many times, if you're a new rider, the Grom and the 300. And those are great suggestions, honestly. They never get old. Okay, I'm going to hit these super chats. EK Tech Talk, thank you so much for your super chat. Any plans to work on an AMG? I would love to work on an AMG. And of course, I have driven legit street cars as AMG. We did a video on that. And he just did that video with the BMW versus his AMG. That car rocks. That was fun. Junkyard I order parts from is always J&J Auto Wrecking. and work with Diamond Auto Parts every once in a while. They sent me that steering wheel for the 350Z last night. Love those guys. Love J&J to death. I'm going back up there very soon. And Dr. Trombone, thank you so much for your super chat. A 2.3, the 4-cylinder Fox Body Mustang on 32-inch mud tires. That's like the best car ever. Go buy that right now.
That's awesome.
For $1,000, how do you not buy a lifted Mustang? Also, are you guys ready for this? And thank you, Stephen McCulloch, for your super chat. I also love the exhaust on the 350Z. It sounds incredible. All right, girl, wake up. Do your home thing.
It twitched.
Resetting. Mac 301 wash is resetting. Here we go. I have driven a right-hand drive car, a absolutely flawless R32 GTR. No, I was not the guy who was in the Legit Street Cars AMG while he was in the BMW. That was one of his friends. I don't live in Chicago. I've never toured doing production. I do a lot of permanent install production. Stuff like that. The NAS is not on the floor behind me. What's on the floor behind me is the greatest light fixture ever built by mankind. The high-end systems DL2. It's also what I went to Vegas for. It's still a surprise, but now you guys know that surprise. That light fixture was $55,000 when it was new. These were only $3,000. I paid $335 for 4 of them. It's ready. It's
sort of.
Yeah, it says it's fixture 1, I think. Okay, load defaults. Enter. Sure. Yes. Loading defaults. Escape. Okay, so it says it's flashing because it's looking for DMX. Here's some DMX. Have some signal, girl. The DMX address is 1, and the DMX address that is on 1 over here. Oh, that's the focus motor. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, look at that. So with my mouse over here, I am controlling this light. Yeah, that thing's a monster. Yes, this is what I needed a DMX controller for, but like a lot of lights, not one. The DMX controller is Light Jockey, and it's running on this computer that I hacked together. And if you were following me on Instagram, you watched the whole thing go together. That computer has the PCI card for a Light Jockey sitting in it. All right. You want to build a 5.3 Cat Eye truck? Like, obviously, do that. I love that truck. It's probably my favorite one. A lot of people, don't you hate the Cat Eye? It's the best one.
Oh, no, I don't like Cat Eyes. No.
Cat Eyes are the best. The round headlights are like too ugly and old. The angle headlight is...
But the angle headlight is like when they started becoming angry. Every car must be angry.
Trucks are pretty angry these days. Yeah.
I don't know.
5.3 Chevy motor opinion. It's one of the greatest engines ever built. It's literally like, other than DOD, you've got like the best engine ever built.
Just work the cost of deleting that into the cost of the truck and go from there.
Have you ever thought about the 99 Ford Contour? Of course I have. It's beautiful. The thing is that it's like nobody would really care.
Yeah, I like the way that's worded. Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, I love that car. Okay, let's see what we can do. What do we have over? We need some DMX inputs.
We need a telescope to read the screen from here.
Yeah. Oh, look, I got it. Okay, so let's point this thing at the camera. This way. Oh, no, stop it. Stop it. Come back. Come back to me, light. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to keep this out of the camera. Of course, I have not worked on a 560. Dude, that's a sweet effect. That looks... so you guys are seeing like a PWM weirdness. On the wall, it looks like a perfect, nice wash. Have I ever bought a car that I totally regret getting? What was I just working on that I really did not like? Not the 350. The 944 now. I'm really mad at the 944 now. I love the car, but I'm working on it. Oh.
I was thinking the EXP.
The EXP really was... Like, it's simple. EXP is basic. 2JZ or a 5.3 Chevy? I don't know. Both. They're both great. Okay, check this out, guys. Where's one of these was focused? Was it? Yeah. Oh, look. That's super fast. Oh, that's the brightness. Wow, that thing is bright.
It's not as bright as this little guy.
Oh, that thing's super bright. Okay, look at the focus.
Ooh.
You guys, oh, that's sick. How is that a wash fixture? It's the spotlight on the wall.
That gets down
so
great.
If you guys look, you can see the actual lens element moving in and out in front of the LEDs. C4 Corvette. I've done those bad boys. There's one on the channel when I cut the body off it, and I'm probably going to get another and cut the body off it. I like the C4 Corvette because it's a cheap toy. I mean, what you usually pay like $2,000 for those things. Dude, that is sick.
Point on the wall back here, show how tight it is.
Yes, I don't know why I didn't do that. Here you go. I'll spin this thing around. Sorry. Going the other way. Going the other way. Okay. Oh, wow. That really changed how fast it was. Okay. So here is... There you go. Can you see the focus? Yes, you can. Oh, that thing's sick. So I used to have a Z4. I had the 3.0 Z4. And what we're doing today is working on a bunch of stage lights. The plan for the DL2 is to hang it in some truss and project sponsor logos on the wall. One of the wildest things that's ever been done. Epic people like Holly, Avalon King, people I just like working with. Yeah, Jake did just go blind. I pointed it right into his eyes. I still have the Viper truck. People keep asking. I definitely have the Viper truck. I'm not getting rid of that. Josh does not have a Fox with an LS in it. Josh has a Fox with a Ford 5.0 in it, and we've done a lot of work to it. I actually have a whole set of videos from last year where we pulled the 5.0 and fixed a bunch of stuff and put it back. But the other videos with that Mustang, they just didn't do well. So I never released those videos. Cool. So that light checks out. We got a new plug on it. Let's move on to one of the craziest lights I bet you guys have never seen in your entire life. So pull the DMX out here. Pull this giant plug out of here. Get rid of this 301 and put up this light that I can barely lift. Oh, this is the one from the cover photo. Wow, the table might break. If the table breaks, I'm sorry. This is a high-end systems shapeshifter, and the shapeshifter was like, when it was a thing, more money than anybody wants to know. I just paid $700 for it. And back in the day, I think they were like $10,000 each. I'm pretty pumped to have this thing. It's one of the craziest things ever. Wow, it pulls down some power. The lights flickered in the house. Okay, we'll give it some DMX. You had eight shapeshifters? That's insane. New DMX connector. There we go. All right, the shapeshifter. It has a color screen. I didn't even know this had a color screen. Look at it waking up. The whole back of it's a fan. This has multiple levels. It has a backlight that's all LED, and then front lights that are all LED, and each one of the elements on the front has its own motor that can move it in X and Y. I don't believe you had 20 shapeshifters. Nobody's bought that many of these. Whoa! That thing's sick. I will not LS swap an X5. I would do that for me. Obviously, the X5, I love it to death. I'm not going to open a nightclub, but I am going to open a place we could hang out, maybe. I don't know. It's not the surprise. Just sounds cool. All right, cool. This thing's been wiped. It's set to default. Let's... No signal? Don't lie to me. I know there's signal. DMX in. Okay, hold on. Huh. This is interesting development. It says that I don't have any DMX signal. I will obviously be working on more German cars. I love them. You have a car with manual transmission and it has an intermittent reverse gear. Ooh, it sounds like it might be your clutch throwout bearing or something like that. Yeah, I'm probably going to run this on a Hog 4 PC. The dongle is, it's not actually a dongle, it's the Light Jockey 2048 PCI card from back in the day. And I have that running. It has to sit in a PCI slot. And it took me like 8 hours to get that thing running on Windows 7 back there because it's not supposed to run on anything newer than Windows XP. All right, we'll try this. Here's a DMX, basically. It's really just XLR 3-pin to 5-pin. Let's see if this solves our problem. Maybe it's looking for a 5-pin. have some data. No signal. Why? Why is there no signal? It's not like this has ArtNet or anything. Mode. Address 1. Mode. Set. Reset to defaults on. Okay, I'm wiping the light. I would love to put a new engine in the 94 Camaro. It's my baby, obviously. And yes, Light Jockey is running in compatibility mode, but the drivers were quick. Were not fun to get working. I would love to buy Joyland. It's like my dream, but they basically tore it all down. So that would have been the coolest place to hang out. Yeah, there's no way this light's broken. It was tested good. I don't know what's going on with it. Info. Wow, that's cool. It shows you the temperatures for every single element in the head. Value display. Oop, stop that. Stop that. Huh. Something is being weird with this light, though.
Oh.
Yeah, so the shapeshifter.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah, I did get it. It was an insane deal. I combined it with the other deal, and I had to get it.
Where was this?
In Kansas City. Went up there yesterday.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Straight down and back. I have been to East Tennessee. Yeah, my Nissan Titan is gone. And these lights are for a thing. Does it still say no signal over there?
No, it's flashing, waiting for... Oh, yeah, it says no signal.
No signal. I wonder if something got bumped. Oh, no. The wires came out of the serial port. And I don't know which one goes where. Okay, so funny story. I got to look up the pinout again. It's been a while. I got to remember.
You slept since then?
Oh, Life Apollos has texted me.
Uh-oh.
What up, Aaron? I wonder if he's on the stream. Yeah, so check the DMX card. I just told you what the problem was. 2, 3, and 7. Is it 2, 3, and 7? I think it is, actually. Is that for DMX Universe 3? X gonna give it to you. I still have the 9.5, and I love that car. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it, because it's awesome, and I can't wait to do more Saab things. And I have tons of funnels, but I mean, I'm going to make a new shirt that says, I don't need a funnel because I can pour or something. That way you guys can wear the, right? Doesn't that sound sweet? Like, who needs a funnel if you know how to pour? The Rampage is long gone. I sold that, and we talked about it. While I was building the Rolls Royce, I sold that. YouTube Compound coming up Tuesday? I don't think so. Sounds cool. You saw me in one of Tavarish's videos? I mean, I hang out with Hugi all the time. He lives like 3 minutes away. And I don't know which one of Tavarish's videos I was in. He's been in some of my videos. Hit the like. Jake, can you pour? I actually think Jake can pour without a funnel. I think I've seen him pull it off. Bluetooth funnel? We should do it. The shirt should say Bluetooth funnels. That's an amazing comment.
Have you seen the valve cover on my BMW, though?
I'm going to go with you can't pour then?
There's a reason it's so shiny. Well, so on the BMW, there's like, when you try to pour, right, you have to do it from like a foot above because of like the coolant reservoir and where it all is.
Oh,
so you're doing it from way
yeah.
up here. And yeah, my engine bay ended up really, really clean the first time I tried to top it off.
Did you just spray it down with brake clean until it was clean?
No, I just wiped it all over the place so it looked uniform.
Okay. Okay, there we go. D-sub connector pinout.
Luckily, it's BMW, so I'm topping it off with oil almost every day, and I've gotten really good at it.
94 Saab 900 SEV6. That's awesome. That's probably a super solid car. This lighting is not from docks. All the docks lighting has basically been destroyed. I don't know what happened. That was the club I was technical director at back in the day. And they bulldozed the stage. And I know they sold all the lighting. The Light Jockey card behind me is the one from there. Everything else is gone. Plus all the lights were antiques. Like, I had, 16 high-end systems track spots in there. And that light was from the 80s, and I was using it in like 2010. So those are gone. I do need to make a not like this shirt. But yeah, Tyson, I figured that's who it was. And yeah, this literally is the light jockey card from there. Here, you wanna try to fix the universe? So the one that says universe, so there you go. Universe, that one. So you need pen 2 and pen 3 and pen 5. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you need to know which one's which on the XLR connector. Okay. Yeah. This takes like 5 minutes to do, and I hate to walk away from you guys for 5 minutes while I figure that out. If you can figure it out, I can't believe it. I pulled on the DMX cable, and it pulled the thing out of the serial port.
The XLR is labeled 1, 2, and 3.
Here, let me make a wiring diagram. Okay. I'll write it down. Here's what we should give away. I needed a piece of paper, but we got liquid ice stickers. I still have a lot of liquid ice too. I don't need these, but they're cool.
So here's a potential thing you'll see on my channel soon. My wife's driving to El Dorado in the Insight. She went up a slight incline, and the battery power dropped to 0.
What?
And she lost a bunch of power, so it looks like I'm going to be rebuilding the hybrid battery pack soon.
Dude.
Which you've actually got experience doing now.
I have rebuilt an old hybrid battery pack.
Yeah. And you sold all the extra sticks with it. Dang it.
I did. I let the guy that bought the Honda have all of the extra batteries.
Was he local?
Yeah, but
I should hit him up. Be like, hey, you still have all those batteries?
I do know that he drove the car for a while and then bought something else because we kept talking about stuff. Okay, so the universe that we need is pin 2 is plus, and 3 is ground, G, and pin 5 is negative. Okay, and then one more, XLR. Wait, the XLR is marked 1, 2, and 3, right? It's not marked plus minus G. It's not like it's just a balance cable. It's not technically plus minus. Pin out. XLR DMX pin out. Let's look that up. DMX pin out.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, and G.
Okay.
Walk right up in the club.
2 seconds here, and I'll be done looking through this, and we'll have a wiring diagram. 3-pin DMX. 1, 2, XLR. 1 plus is pin 3, XLR 3, and XLR 2. Cool. Can you make that happen? They're in order. I even drew the D-sub connector.
Yeah.
Thank you. It takes like a couple seconds because you're like laying on the floor back there doing that for you guys. Does Hoovy have a place in Oklahoma? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Ask him. There will be a new light show, but it's for 2020. It's not for 2021. I'm not going to drag this out for you guys that long. Come on. Yeah, I told this story. So my mom's hybrid Camry, that's what I was going to work on today for you guys, but it was pouring rain. I was actually going to secretly go work on it for her and go ceramic coat it. But I'm probably going to do that. Sounds cool, right? It's like Thanksgiving. She doesn't have time to clean her car. I was like, I'll go get that and knock it out. And my sister's wagon, we talked about it in the last live. My parents bought her a matching Camry hybrid that they got for like $5,000, which is an insane deal. Camry hybrid for $5,000. That's because they all come loaded. Like, that's a nice car. Like, every single Camry there is, for the most part, has single zone climate. The hybrids get dual as like standard equipment. So anyway, my parents bought her that for college, and she said no and took her like 89 Toyota wagon to college instead. Hilarious, right? Another Volvo S60R, I'm not going to do that. I really just don't love the S60R that much. It's one of the coolest cars, but when the angle gear fails, you're just out a car until you find a salvage one to pull an angle gear out of, and they're all going to die. Like, S60s are going to skyrocket because there are no more of them, right? It was a limited run. They're all disappearing. They're all getting beat into the ground. And if you buy them cheap, it's already beat into the ground. And then how are you going to get parts? They're all going to be gone soon. Love Volvos, but I would not buy another S60R unless I was keeping it for me. Mini Coopers are amazing. What time of day do I record? It depends. I usually work all day long. We start recording around noon or something like that. And I try to be done with everything by 9 because it takes 9 to midnight to make sure you guys get a video every night. You do need a price spike on 97 Buick LeSabres, Brett. And you know what? That one's really clean. Obviously, it's going to go up. You can probably just sell it right now for double. Well, cars are crazy right now. Car prices are insane. Yeah, she has like an 89 wagon. It is indestructible. That is my sister's Toyota. Yeah, you got it.
I definitely did not on purpose.
I don't know if you actually got it because the light is just freaking out.
Well, I dropped a cable.
Which one? Was it the ground? Because you might have signal. Here, let me take a gander at the...
No, I'm still... You know soldering irons exist?
No, I don't want to solder that because I want to put a Cat 5 in there and not that garbage cable I used.
Okay, this is...
Okay, big sorry about this. Jake's working still.
No.
It's pretty funny. I can hear him over there. Rocking and rolling. Yeah, Dayton's on a Buick. Sounds awesome.
Damn.
Hi, John from Gloucester, England.
How?
Yep, that's right. I'm only 27. There you go. You figured out my age. If you need to make brake lines, Eastwood has the flaring tool you need. It's like a couple $100. Best thing you're ever gonna buy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jake's getting that pinout sorted there. It'll be fixed in like 2 seconds.
This is the
Gloucester.
worst.
Okay, let me do it. Hold on, I'm gonna be gone for like 2 seconds.
Trying to keep everything from falling apart.
I know it is tricky. It is tricky. Okay.
Which one's which?
Okay, 1.
There's a 1, 2, and a G.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 goes to pin 3, which is
Yeah, that one.
okay, and the other one is 2. That's pin 2.
Which goes to 5, which is the very bottom.
Oh, pin 2 is the bottom. That doesn't make sense. That's not how I did it before. Is it?
I wouldn't know.
It doesn't appear to be. Yeah, the pins were touching each other. Okay, and then that one should be 2. Okay, very carefully step away from it. So none of that's actually held in. You have to like gently walk. Look at that, we got it. We're back. We got DMX control again.
Oh, that is cool.
Isn't that sick? What are you doing, Light? Oh, yes. There's Pant. What on earth? Oh, it's so bright.
Down here.
Oh my gosh. I feel like something's wrong. Or it could be because I have like a whole bunch of channels turned on. Also, did you see how fast it is? That thing is stupid fast. Look at it on the wall. I don't know if it's in like audio mode or something. It's being weird.
This module doesn't seem to be lighting up at all.
Yeah, it's sending like random DMX control stuff. There's also a good chance we messed something up.
That is sweet.
Yeah, that thing's insane. I don't think it has any bad pods. This is a high-end system shapeshifter. People are asking what it is. I'll try to show you guys the head of it. There you go. That pod doesn't want to turn on though. But then again, the center pod's not on, the backlight's not on. I think we just have something weird going on with the channels.
And also, why is it doing this?
Yeah, it freaks out when I run the XY axis. So yeah, I don't need to turn it off and back on. I guess we could try to unplug the DMX. Okay, so now it's mad. It's funny that it like strobes to tell you that it lost signal. Okay, so oh, that one of those is intensity. Oh, whoa!
Ooh. Oh, wow.
That thing is so bright, dude.
It's insane.
That is wild. So yeah, something's going on with the addressing. It's not actually like a broken light. I just wanted to make sure we could run all these things. So let's just. That thing is.
It's so fast.
It is violent.
Oh.
Wow! I'm just moving the mouse. So, which elements are on now? What's it? It's like going wild.
It's just the same ones.
Dude, it's so sick. Anyway, if we had a, there's no profile light jockey for this old thing. Hoovy said something. Is this your new robotic girlfriend? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look at what it's doing right now.
I call her the shapeshifter. Pretty funny. Okay, there. I figured I'd stop it. What do I think of Lexus? I love them. They're just Toyotas. Expensive Toyotas. Jake disagrees. He thinks that all the parts are triple as much. 08 Camry engine from J&J is probably $1,000, somewhere in that price range. Obviously, Toyotas are some of the easier things to find. Leans in too close and KO'd. No, I don't want to sell this light. This is one of those like holy grail lights that if you have it, it's just insane. Just like the DL2. It's probably hard to find these things. I guess there's a bunch on eBay right now for about $2,000 each used. All right, Dylan, you're gonna get muted. Gonna get muted. We're going to get the R8 very soon. Anyway, I think we're done with the shapeshifter. Obviously, it works. This is for the thing on Tuesday. Ugh. I unplugged it. Okay, we'll get rid of the power con. Hey, will you run outside and grab one more Mac 301 out of the case? It's the case that says Mac 301 times 4. Just lift straight up. I would love to have a Lexus, used Lexus. They're all great as far as I'm concerned. Well, the shapeshifter does what we expected. It works great. I usually don't want to do an engine swap for some cash. I like to do engine swaps on things that I want to keep. It's just wild what you know, if you just have somebody do like an LS swap, no matter what it is, it's about $10,000. So that's, people don't like to get into that, and it takes so much time at the exact same time. 2021 JRGO light show confirmed. It's the 2020 light show. How's COVID-19 in my area? It basically doesn't exist. There's like no mask mandate, nothing. Oh yes, the headless Jake, 100 percentile. Sounded cool. You break it?
Oh, that was an interesting.
All right, we're taking this plug off.
Yeah, there's some loose in the base.
Swap it out. The lights, some of the lights are from Vegas, not these. These came from Kansas City yesterday at DSS Productions. So these have probably toured with, actually that shapeshifter toured with Neon Trees, if you guys know the band Neon Trees. So that's pretty cool. Old LS for newer LS? I don't, what's the question, Tollkeeper? I'm not quite sure. Am I a Chiefs fan? I mean, I'm from Kansas. We don't have any other football teams. Plus, it's more of a Missouri thing. Neon Trees was the band. They're kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. These lights are for me. I'll try to do more live stuff. Anyway, I just want to hang out and talk about cars. 20 watt. That's why Jake was 80%. He didn't have his light head on.
100 watt Jake.
100 watt Jake. I don't know. I think they had that song called something in a cherry tree, right? That's their big song. Oh no, they changed the wire colors on these ones. Come on. Why you got to do that to me? At least ground's obvious. Why are you still here, Tyler? You can come over if you want. I mean, Tyler's like right down the street. Come hang. Yeah, a lot of stuff's in Wichita proper is closed. Yeah, that's messed up. Why would you say that to the Hoove? No, I haven't been working on the 420 because it's waiting for paint. I've got a guy that's going to paint it. Just don't know when it's going to be done. Yo, Jake.
Hi.
Will you do me a favor and look up Mac 301 wire colors? Because instead of like black hot, white neutral, this has blue and brown. I know it's still a 110 volt fixture. Oh, there's a bolt that fell in the bottom of it.
Ah. Let's see.
Ooh, do not look directly into the light. Too late, we did that. Already done. Man, that thing's heavy. For being a little bitty fixture. She is solid. All right, so we need a new plug since we're going to keep working because I was planning on working and chatting. And here's a new one. We got a little Eaton Industrial Ultra Grip here. Pull this thing out. What, did Hoovie say something else? I didn't see. I don't just... Funny. He's hilarious. You think brown's hot? I'm with you. Because
Brown is hot.
I don't have any 220 circuits to run these on, and it's just easier to do it all in 110.
Look at this. They even tell you what screw color to go to.
Very nice. Wow, Martin. Who would have thought, since you're one of the biggest light manufacturers in the game, that you have really nice instruction manuals? And they do. Nightclub with Hoovie's in Hoovie's garage. He's got the Hoovie Theater. The Hoovie Theater. Yeah, that is the UK spec. Martin is based in UK. I got it. Brown is black. That's all I need to know. Yep. Cool. We got it all lined up. We got to do this quite a few more times. I've actually got tons of lights. So out there, I've got lights that I don't even want to use. Some high-end system studio spots and studio colors, I think. When am I going to buy an O'Reilly's? I'm not.
Franchise.
I don't think I can buy an O'Reilly's. Pretty sure they're all corporate. What was the other question here? I think I have 15 cars right now. There's really not any more 944 videos for a little bit because it's not broken and I've just been driving it. Love that thing, obviously. $5 for a Hoovie Hoopty. Oh yeah, I could just go buy a Cayenne, couldn't I? All right, so we got that tightened down. The F-250 has been amazing. Drove it to Kansas City yesterday, posted some stuff about driving the F-250 up there. It did have, there was one like check engine light not that long ago, and it was mass airflow like input too high, and I cleared it, and it was gone. I do not have an O'Reilly's tattoo.
Why do these all need return?
Because I don't need that twist lock connector.
Oh, okay. You're taking off the twist lock.
Yeah, we're putting on 110 volt plugs.
Okay.
Yes. That is why.
Ah, these Eaton boys.
Yeah, very nice Eaton boys, huh?
Yeah, I've driven by their facility in Minneapolis before.
Yeah, buddy. I think Eaton has a lot of facilities.
Back in the 90s, I saw a guy driving down the road who owned one.
Who owned it? What?
It's a reference to a Facebook group.
Oh. I was like, is this like owning an O'Reilly's kind of thing?
There's a Facebook group that's titled, "Back in 1991, I was driving down the street and I saw a guy who owned one." Because someone made that completely useless comment on someone's post once. And it just took off.
All right, that's pretty funny.
Screwdriver.
Hold on.
No,
You can have the screwdriver in two. I got two more screws, and then we got another light going.
Guess what? We also have more screwdrivers.
Oh, there are more screwdrivers, definitely. Jake, why do you like the black wheels so much in your BMW? I'm happy to perpetuate that.
Who said that?
Tyler Potter?
I'm gonna come to your house Actually, I don't even know what house you're living in right now.
Oh, he's in that house.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Coming over.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. So Eaton probably has tons of facilities because obviously they build a whole lot more stuff than just plugs, breaker panels, industrial controls. Well, I watched Shuby's video yesterday. Why wouldn't I have? I knew all along what the plan was.
Strain reliefs are nice.
Yes, these strain reliefs are like epic. These cords are never coming apart. Inappropriate questions here. Thanks for the super chat, Hoovy's Garage. He only has 269 to his name, but he gets 269 each week, and he gave it to me last week too. I'm pretty sure Hoovy's dad's Trans Am is never going anywhere. That thing's sick. Okay, we're done with another one. Here it comes. Here's our startup. If the breaker trips, I'm sorry. Hey, we're good. Fixture resetting. Cool. I'm not getting an O'Reilly's tattoo.
What if they paid you for it?
No, I like to say O'Reilly's with an S. That's the proper way to say it. Obviously, it doesn't have an S in it.
Oh,
but
this one's stripped out. Do we have a flathead?
it's stripped out. Here you go.
Ooh, these are all actually pretty
Of course I have a flathead. I'm an electrician.
Someone has been not kind to these.
Those plugs?
Yeah.
What's my favorite car that I own? Great question. My F-250 is the one I drive every day.
Cool.
Love that thing. The Volt's cool, but I need to get a new Volt really badly. After we went to Vegas, I planned on selling it the day I got back. That's right, Robbie. O'Reilly's has an invisible S. A 9-inch Ford with drums, and you need to switch to discs. There's a kit for it, I think. I'm pretty sure there's a kit. No, I grew up wiring things. My dad's a licensed master electrician, so of course I work on stuff like that. I'm electrician enough. Hey, we are back up with another light. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it's in like RGB color changing mode. Ooh. How do we change the... okay, so that's brightness. Nope, that's zoom. Zoom. Yeah, buddy. Michael, thank you so much for your super chat. Shout out to Luke and Joe in St. Louis. Thanks for watching the channel. No, you have to add an S to O'Reilly's. I have not met Sam Crab. 100% Jake does not live with me. But like he lives right across town. Pretty close. Okay, I was gonna try to. Wow, it's like showing weird PWA lines on screen. Okay, so we got brightness. Is that brightness or is that? Can't tell what that one's doing. Huh. Oh, that's strobe. There's color. Oh, that might be the speed of the color change. Well, I thought it was. Maybe that's like a fading strobe. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's like a halogen light that fades off. Huh. Pretty cool. What else do we have here? Okay, so that's full on. There we go. Now I know which one's color changing. Sweet. Oh, that's just one color. That's just green. Interesting. Anyway, the focus, sure cool. Okay, we got another one done. Let me get rid of that. Jake's doing another one. Take the old DSS sticker off. It's got its inventory stickers on there. That's not a knife.
Oh.
What's up?
These aren't polarized. Interesting.
No, the plugs are not polarized, but silver is hot, right?
Hot's white, right?
No, hot's black.
Hot's black. Silver. That sounds right.
I forgot which one's which.
Dude, it's been,
Here, you
like,
had it.
I used to do this all the time, but it's been That's flap seats.
I'm pretty sure I already flipped it. These inventory tags don't want to come off, and I'm busy trying to get that done. This knife is a Kershaw Volt because, you know, drive a Volt, gotta have a Volt. I just like Kershaw's knives. Also, it's really cheap, like $20, and it's a good knife. I've carried one for like 15 years. James, thank you so much for your, super emoji? That is insane. Super cool. I'm trying to get this sticker off of here before we put this away. I don't need inventory tags on this stuff.
Yeah, but your inventory, I need that flathead again before I strip this one out.
Oh, here you go.
What? It got unscrewed. It's like unscrewed so hard that it's stuck.
I was like, how'd you mess that up?
I gave nothing.
It's pretty funny.
There we go. Had to break it loose.
Sam Crack needs to buy an ice cream truck. I got an ice cream truck coming up for you guys. I just have to run back up to Chicago. What, you didn't know about the ice cream truck?
I sure didn't, but
Oh, yeah.
sounds delicious.
I'm super excited about the ice cream truck. It's going to be down the road a little bit, but I'm pretty pumped. A few weeks. I don't know. 4 weeks or something. Okay, so we got another light done, ready to move back into its light road case. Getting these plugs swapped out super fast. Rolls is right outside. Used to use my full-time job. I got an ice cream truck before Sam Crack. Did he want one? I didn't see that he wanted one. I haven't been flying in a little while. Tuesday is the premiere. Tuesday's going to be the fun part. The lighting is for an upcoming video in the future. I'm not quite sure how far out it's going to be. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We got, one more left? We got 3 of those things, 3 301s swapped out. And I got some high-end studio colors and studio spots we could also put plugs on. And I'll probably sell the studio color and studio, all that fun stuff. Because I want all LED fixtures in this rig. I don't want any giant 575-watt halogen lights or whichever one they are. I do still have the Ducatis behind the R8 engine. That's why you don't see it. Addison, thank you so much for your super chat. We are having fun with the lights. I think Jake's done.
Just gotta tighten up the string relief.
Almost done. Yeah, we should put these on a car with a generator.
With a generator.
Yeah, we should just throw a generator in the back of the car, have some fun with these monsters.
Build a 2x4, a rack out of 2x4s, stick
right.
it in the back of the truck.
Bolt them down. We got the quick releases for the lights, so we can bolt down the quick releases and then just turn them and done. That'd be sweet. Yeah, the next level mobile disco for sure. Be sweet. 350Z neon. We should actually just put underglow on the 350Z. Like all the drift guys now have underglow. That's like a thing for Formula Drift. I think it's part of the current series, especially at night.
It's in the rule book.
It probably is in the rule book actually, because they're all running them. ISF 3. So there's no ISF 350, right? There's the Lexus. Oh, it's just the ISF.
Yeah.
And then the IS is a 350. And you want the ISF because, of course, it has that crazy epic engine.
They're ugly.
Oh, I love that car. What is wrong with you?
You're bonked in the forehead.
No, it's great. If this trips the breaker, you're fired, Jake. Pop. We're good. Fixture starting up. That's not an orange life jacket. That's a Nerf gun bow and arrow. Yes, there's definitely an IS350F Sport, but if it says F Sport, it's fake. That's like rule number 1 of Lexus. Yeah, if it doesn't just have an F on it, probably not the one you wanted. I do not like the F Sports. It's like you should have just bought an IS, or you should have bought an ISF, or you should have bought an RC, or you should have bought a RCF.
No one should buy an RC.
Oh, I love the RCF, except for the terrible transmission. I did a whole rally in one. It was epic.
It's 3 cars Frankenstein together at the factory.
It works. It's not great, but it works. It's a lot of fun to just go drive. It's got a really good seat. Seat is excellent. Here we go. We're back. It looks like we're back. We got DMX.
Yay.
Cool.
It's blue.
I have to look back and grab the control for the pan and tilt every time.
Yep. It was quick.
Dude, that it is quick. And it's got really good range of motion.
So can they spin infinitely, or do they have to like
No, they usually spin about 540 degrees. That's like the typical amount. Okay, so there's that's about 540 degrees, right?
Stop to stop. The soft stops are nice too.
Yeah, it does like spin down. Sorry, just like hitting you right in the face. I'm trying not to, but I also have like no good control over it because I'm just using a mouse to move it. Yeah, Mike's Corvette Aventador lights were really cool. I love those things. I love the sequentials. I'm gonna hop on Twitch right after this. Maybe we'll stream for an hour or two because I don't have any there's nothing to work on because like the Porsche's fixed, the 350Z is like perfect, and I don't want to put the hood on it, and it's raining, so I don't want to put it outside. Studio 54. What else? Trying to hypnotize us with the yeah, I would like to do the bumper delete on the 350Z. I think they're like kind of perfect like that, and I'm not going to put the hood on it either. It looks great. I'm going to try to move this thing. There we go. Cool. I got it. Straight up and down. That should help the artifacts on the stream. Cool. What do you need on the S600, Brett? Isn't it like the top hydraulics? I'm pretty sure that doesn't sound like fun. Weight savings. I wish I could figure out. I mean, the Focus is sweet. It's so cool when it does that.
It makes the coolest noise.
It does make great noises. Oh, what's up with the sedan, Brett? Does it need a wiring harness? It is an old Mercedes.
Oh, from the biodegradable era?
Yeah, it might be.
Oof.
I've seen that thing, and it was cool. Yeah. I sat in your SL. That's what. These lights do not just move to the music because as you get to better lights, they take away all the built-in functionality like that, and they become actually controlled, right? So we're using the DMX controller behind me. This mouse is controlling that computer. You should electrify an old school Austin Mini. So I mean, you could watch Rich Rebuilds do that right now because it's pretty epic with his forklift motor. My motorcycle love that's in the start of the video. My logo is a picture of me riding my 1198. Jake, how long have you been running at 100%?
Too long.
Too long. The lighting control software we're using is Light Jockey from back in the day. Like it's a 12-year-old version. Like the last time they released Light Jockey in this version was in 2010. That was like the last update, and it came out in like 2000. So it's literally an antique. The rolls were the Royals. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Royals.
Weirdest collab in history.
So here's a baseball team, and they also drive a lot of cool cars.
We LS swapped a baseball team.
LS swapping the actual Kansas City Royals. It does. Whenever there's no DMX signal, it flashes. That's pretty cool. What's funny is cheap fixtures.
I guess that's so you can tell when it's flying from a distance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When it's in the air, there's no other way you'd be able to know what's up. Yeah, we should come to Kansas City and do a meetup, Brett, and barbecue. That sounds great. I'm with you. Not Q39. The other one. What's the one that's in like an old Pizza Hut? And it's too spicy. I love that place. Like I feel terrible when I leave, and it's the best barbecue. No, it's got to be Gates. Is it Jack Stack that's in the red roof thing?
Wichita Wranglers at Lawrence Dumont. None of those things you just said exist anymore.
That's a throwback. A C7, strip off all the body panels. That sounds awesome, actually.
Sounds cheap.
That sounds very expensive. A Z06. Let's actually start with a Z06 so that we're out lots of money when we start. There's one more of those in the case, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the last one. We got one more of these lights to work on. And a Legend Coupe, I don't know. Yeah, Gates is the red roof. Thanks, John Whaley. Yeah. What rapper?
For Fast and Furious. Ludacris.
Ja Rule? Ludacris? Jadakiss? Weren't they all in the series?
Doesn't Ludacris have a legend?
Ludacris had a legend. Yeah, accurate rebuilt for him. That was the coolest thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Sick. Yeah, when I was in Vegas, I actually, like, a lot of people were going to come hang out. We hung out with some people. It was all on the live stream. No, I've never actually programmed in Hog, but I do plan on switching to a Hog for PC to control this. Right on, Brett. Yeah, his legend was crazy. The max speeding rods are doing just fine.
They continue to pee.
They continue to max and also peed. And there's also, did you put a S? Okay, cool. There's no S. Yeah. It's weird. Weird. I guess I'll slide this over here. So we got DMAX. Boom. You have a Hong dongle? A Hong dongle? A Hog dongle? Of course I want it. Which one do you have? Is it the 4 universe one or the 1 universe one?
That's a real thing.
No, I didn't miss Brett's super chat. I think I said something. He was like the first super chat.
I thought you were making up words just then.
You have the single universe one? I mean, trying to sell it or like send it out here? Send me an email. Send me an email for sure. Oh, you switched to MA like a boss? Man, I'm not that boss. I don't want to switch to MA because it seems like it's a lot to program. Yeah, and I grew up in light jockey.
We're not here to put forth effort.
Well, I mean, I'd love to know MA, but I want to learn MA on a desk, not on the PC version. The Hog version of Hog for PC actually seems like he's super usable. Shoot the Nerf gun? We can shoot the Nerf gun.
This is turning into an LA Alvis video real fast.
You just shoot Jake. So you shoot it like a bow and arrow. Oh, it shot 2 at once. Man, that thing's sweet. Okay, that's the end of that. I haven't shot that thing in years. It's just been hanging up there. You got an MA2? That's awesome. It's such a huge test. Sweet. Thomas, thank you so much for your super chat. Any advice for someone looking for a good mechanic? You need a timing belt installed? I mean, obviously, you probably want to find like an indie that's cool, like someone like Johnny that's just off the chain good. It's tough to find a good mechanic, especially like, did you move to Wichita? Because your choices are Johnny. So I don't have any other recommendations. It's probably tough, but honestly, everybody should be able to do a timing belt. And if they're wrong, you get a new engine. It's like the worst thing to be wrong on. I don't know about actually starting a watch chair mode channel. Like, we've considered it, but it would just be me mowing random yards. And like, what's the point?
Yeah, just point a webcam. Just have it be a constant live stream.
A constant live stream of mowing.
robot.
We never of the robot, and it's like a GoPro that moves it around.
Yeah.
The Wizard's not actually in Wichita, guys. He's like 45 minutes away.
Yes, who does a lot of driving.
Yeah, he's literally always on the road. I was gonna do this one, and then Jake just took over. I did not do anything to the captions on my videos. YouTube does all that stuff automatically. I've never checked any boxes, changed any settings. Did America get the A-Class Mercedes? I think. Didn't we get one A-Class this year or something? I don't know why we got the A-Class. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's not like that would sell in America.
Yes, because what America needs is small city cars.
If you want to sell cars in America, you sell crossovers.
I want a smart car, though.
Smart's dead, though.
I know.
They killed Smart.
I want an old smart car with the manual.
Yep. So the robot mower, it mowed all year at my house. I paid $1,000 for it. My mowing guy charges me a little over $1,000 a year, something like $1,100, $1,200. And the robot mower did good enough. It's spotty because it works like a Roomba, right? It like just hits walls. The walls are the wire that we put in the ground. and then it just bounces back and forth. But there's no actual like lines or anything like that. Now, of course, I saw Jay Troller's truck like way before the 2.4 hours. I'm friends with Kyle and Garrett and everybody on Facebook, so they posted that stuff like the minute it happened. But yeah, the robot mower is just spotty, but it did a good job. It kept the yard down all year. There weren't any more super chats. I talked to every single super chat, or answered every single super chat. The last one was Thomas's, and I talked about everything. Thomas, I answered your super chat, dude. Like, I spent like 5 minutes talking about it. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Thanks, Weston. I've been out to the Freedom Factory. We went when I dropped the R8 off, and that was the day, the day before or whatever, the race before the 2.4. So I was there with everybody that day. I edited in Final Cut Pro. I'd love to do some more quick flips coming up. We're actually doing some like sort of longer flips because we got that other secret car with that supercharged engine. Yeah, that was the Freedom 500, Troy. Good call. No, it wasn't the Freedom 500 because I watched that one in Kansas. I don't know. It's been a little bit. How are you going to make your all-wheel drive SUV rear-wheel drive temporarily? Just pull the front axles and put in axle stubs or something? Like, that's the real question. Like, how are you going to do it? In the Lamborghinis, you put in axle stubs, and it was Burnout Rivals. Good call. I answered Thomas's super chat for like 5 minutes. I don't know why people are saying that I don't care about it. We literally talked about how you can't find mechanics ever, and I suggested Johnny. That's why I work on my own stuff. But and I said that exactly, everyone should be able to do a timing belt, and if they can't, you get a free engine. What else do you want? Is the M1 MacBook Air a good idea for video editing? Probably. I think the M1's the coolest processor that's come out in like the last 10 years, and it should be the craziest thing ever. I can't wait to get a new MacBook on an M1, but I want the 16 so I can have 32 gigs of RAM. We're absolutely going to do more Copart cars. How do I feel about Walzer? Love those guys. I'm not grumpy at all. Like, you guys were just like going on and on saying that I didn't answer a super chat. I answer every super chat the second it comes up. I'm never upset. Thank you for weirdly rubbing that on my arm. I shouldn't be freezing. We've got good internet here, unlike the hotel in Vegas. Boom.
Did I really do that?
What'd you do?
Did I really do that?
What did you do? You gotta take the whole thing back apart.
No, I'm getting a saw.
Don't saw these connectors off. They're like $20. Okay, that's super funny. Jake left the 220 body on and then installed the 120 plug completely. It's super funny. Anyway, it's waking up and we should have control over this thing in just a second.
I wondered why there wasn't the expected number of parts sitting on the table.
Yeah, that's super funny, man. I don't care at all. We can get that fixed. Civic hatch from the early 90s, I absolutely would. I love those cars. I love Civic hatchbacks. Who doesn't?
They're so light.
They're so light. It's just so much fun to drive because it feels like it weighs 800 pounds when you drive it.
And you can play Honda Legos and put XYZ engine in there.
Any engine.
Twice the power.
Oh, man. Hondas are fun. I just don't do enough of those. We definitely do have 220 volts, but why would I want it to be on 220 volts? Because then I'd have to like actually consider what circuit I'm plugging things into. It seems like this thing's upset. But why would it be upset? Okay, so now it should flash slow. It has DMX because it went to the position of the last light. You're being weird, Martin. It's definitely working just fine. Huh. A Civic build one of these days? Oh. Yeah, I know the Civic weighs like 2,000 pounds, but like it feels like it weighs less than a can of beans. Patrick, thank you so much for your super chat from New Zealand. That's cool.
It's happy.
Yeah, we have 220 for like, the range and the dryer and my car charger and my welder. I don't want to have to use 220. 110 makes everything easy. I use 220 when I need it. These things do not need it. They pull like 30 watts. So yeah, I even have an entire 220 circuit downstairs for the mining rigs, where I run, because I have server power supplies for the mining rigs, even though I don't have any mining rigs anymore. The light is for an upcoming secret project. Jake, will you do some flips on your channel? That's what people want to know. The people have spoken.
We'll see. Need money.
We'll see, need money. I like it. Same. New Zealand is only 220 and 240. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, 220 like it's fine, but in the U.S., like everything's 110 for the most part, unless it's big. A world tour. There's no world tours right now because you basically can't travel. Sounds fun though. These are Mac 301s, Martins, and I've got 4 moving washes. And I don't know what you'd call the shapeshifter because it's kind of an effect light, but it's also like an amazing wash. And it also has zoom, if I remember right. And then I've got some DL2s sitting here, which are, of course, like a profile, but like the craziest thing ever built. Jake, do you have a fan boost function where we can turn you up to 130%? That's the overclock. You bought a Saab 9.2 Aero. That sounds awesome. My thoughts on that are that'll be a fun project. I mean, obviously, like big power should be on 3-phase, 400 volt. If you sell the 350Z, how much are you asking for it? I don't have a price in mind for the 350Z because I don't want to sell it. I want to go do some more drifting. The world isn't prepared for 200% shake. That's pretty funny. I like how you're sitting behind me and chatting.
Yeah. I see why you like this chair so much.
That chair rocks. Somebody said, how tall am I? I'm currently this tall. There you go.
Aren't we the same height?
About the same height. Bryson, thank you so much for your super chat. Silly mods to a $500 or less rusty CRV to learn to wrench. Well, like the mechanical stuff's the fun stuff for me. I don't like to do anything else. I want to like do engine swaps and work on things, not work on body work and stuff like that.
I mean, it depends on what you mean by silly mods. Anything mechanical in that car is going to be super easy, but you're going to be fighting a lot of stuck fasteners.
Are you going to do underglow? Because it's worth it. It's worth it.
Those old CRVs also look really hot lowered.
Sure that. Okay, we basically reassembled all these things because they're super expensive, and I plan on selling them like $20 each. Who wants a bunch of twist lock 220 plugs? Underglow is back in a big way because like NASCAR is running underglow and Formula Drift's running underglow.
Yeah, now you got addressable LEDs. You can do stuff that you never could before.
It's cool.
I really want an underglow system that will like track with the speed of the car, so it looks like the spots of light aren't moving relative to the ground.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Supercharging 350Z would be cool, but if I was going to do that, I would LS swap it. Paint your calipers red for extra horsepower. That's exactly right.
How does Craftsman remember my height? That's weird.
Boom. Okay, we got a couple of those put back together. Man, we got a lot done already. What else? We could bring in the studio spots. Do you think you can lift one of those things up? I don't know if I can lift one of those things up, dude. They weigh like...
Team lift.
It is a team lift. The paint can add 15 horsepower. So there's a notch on here. There it is. There's the notch.
91 Sunbird GT with underglow. Yep, I'm here for that.
These lights are going in a thing that we're going to talk about next week. Convert the R8 to a gated manual. Okay, I did it. Like, my R8 is a gated manual. That's why it's worth so much money. No, K&N air filters do not give you more power. They might flow a little better, but I don't think you're going to see a horsepower gain. Yeah, it's a 4.2 V8, but it's twin turbo. So it has the power the V10 has. It would be cool to cover an entire car in addressable pixels. Ugh. No, I love Audis. What do you mean no Audis? They're nightmares. Like, sure, it takes a long time to do the work, but like they're awesome when you're done. When will you buy a yacht? I don't know. When I have money to buy a yacht. What do you consider a yacht? Finally get a shop space question mark? I don't know.
Stop killing horses to make horsepower.
Stop killing horses. TTRS are awesome. There was one of those out. There was a TTS on that rally with me, and it was just him and I in that Volkswagen, and we would just leave the pack. It was awesome.
Man.
Okay, I installed this poorly, like an idiot. What did I do wrong?
Got people from Holland and people from India?
That's what I did wrong. I figured it out. Cool. Got to figure it out. The Audi 5-cylinder does sound really cool. All right, got that fixed. The cord grip's back. No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. I got it. Now it's correct. That was a lot harder than it should have been. What am I doing? I do still have the C30, but I think it might be gone very quickly. I took you know how I had that, if you guys remember the C30 video when I was building that thing, right when we got it done, the steering wheel had like a shake in it, and we thought, we weren't sure what was wrong. So then I moved the front wheels to the back, and the shake was instantly gone. So Johnny was definitely right. Had a mint wheel. As soon as I did that, it was fixed. But what's weird is all those wheels, I put them on the balancer, and they all were in spec. I don't know what NEMA spec these are again. They're beast mode. Beast mode. Is that L620? Yeah, it's a 20 amp connector. There's your NEMA spec, L620. Automatic transmission Accord V6 shutters. So here's the thing. It might be the torque converter, but those transmissions are like typically bad. No, I don't live. I mean, yeah, I live at home. This is my house. What's your question? Bought this house when I was 25. Boom. Now I'm only 27. The comments said it. I don't have any BMWs right now. I do not. Jake does. It's probably here. Did you bring your 3 Series?
No. Miata.
Miata?
Don't drive it enough.
Miatas make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back apart and fix it.
You get to do it after all.
I wanted to do it.
Works out.
My Saab 9.5 is in Gabe's driveway. Still love that car. Coming back. Tuesday. Paid off the mortgage with Super Chat? I don't think so. I don't think so. Don't those things look cool, though? Sell the R8 and buy something you can have fun with. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what I want to do with the R8 yet. I just have to go get it. The 944 has not blown any more hoses, and it probably won't. Everything, all the hoses are in good shape. There's no cracking. Nothing weird going on. Nobody cares about the LS swapped boat. It's like the biggest mistake ever. It had diesels in the Yacht. He had the best engine there was, and he downgraded it. Okay, I don't have anything else to say about that. We already had this like a war about that on Facebook. Batiana, thank you so much for your super chat. You looked at 04 RAV4, and the issue when it accelerated over 45, there's a loud noise, sounded like it was coming from the rear, maybe rear diff or axle. Yeah, those would be my guesses, because the RAV4 has those little like tiny little axles. It could be bent.
Or CV shaft.
CV, yeah, it's a CV probably. Yeah, but if it's coming out of the rear, it's got a whole bunch of tiny little running gear in the RAV4, and I mean it's awesome and it's all easy to fix. So I don't think you'd have any issues if you want to buy that anyway.
The main drive shaft is also two-piece. Could have a bad carrier bearing.
Yeah. I've definitely been to Midwest Dream Car Collection. If you watch the video where I drove the Ford GT, that was Midwest Dream Car Collection's Ford GT. Hoobie and I went up there the day we took the old Tavares minivan up there. Yes, I'd love to have DMX addressable pixel strips. I've got a bunch of individually addressable LEDs, though. Geo Tracker got sold. If I send you the money, could you please just build a 40x60 shop? Yes. I will do that, Brian. Thank you. Send the money. By my calculations, a 40x60 shop, just the raw steel is about $30,000, and concrete is about $25,000 on that building. I have done the calculations. We definitely had 40x60s growing up. Samurai sold. Take this whole connector back off. There we go. Got it back apart. Fix that thing Jake didn't do. Gonna keep messing with you for it. How was Wichita lame? Wichita's great. Everything's super reasonable, and you can work anywhere. Everyone's always working. I like Wichita.
It's the right size.
It's the right size.
And look at how many YouTubers we have.
Look at how many YouTubers we have. A lot. There's a lot that aren't in auto too. I mean, obviously we got Tanner Brongart. We got Scoop Steve.
We've got multiple game streamers.
Tons of game guys. I pretty much learned how to work on everything with my dad. And I'd love to do an EV swap because obviously I love electricity. Electricity's my thing. Electricity is my thing. Two seconds. Cool. I'm back. Okay, we basically got this connector back together. Hopefully I did it right. I'd feel like such an idiot. I'd be like, man, I messed it up too. All right, this is the last connector on the Mac 301s. We'll have all 4 Mac 301s done. Thoughts on the GeForce 3090? I need one, obviously, because I currently am still running a 1080 Ti. I sold most. I had like 12 graphics cards for a while there, and yeah, I'm down to just the one 1080 Ti, and I'm trying to get a 3090. The 2080 just wasn't enough to upgrade to, but and here's the thing, like the 3090 got wrecked by that new AMD card, right? Isn't that new AMD card's insane?
I can't afford any of it.
That's
I've
pretty
been paying attention.
That's pretty funny. No, I still have the SRT10 RAM. Yeah, VTune and I talk a lot on the gram. I have been watching his 720 build. I do need a cop car. Obviously, everyone needs a cop car.
I've been saying that for years.
That's just a thing that everyone needs. But
would Jake do mechanic work on one of your Asian Bob's auto auction BMW nightmares for money?
No.
How much money?
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that new Radeon was like the fastest card ever built.
I think so. I think AMD ate NVIDIA's lunch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're watching the LTT, you know. It's insane, whatever that new card is. Chevy SS or Panther? Panther. Yeah, the Chevy SS is real boring, like the most boring car in the entire world. All it does is like try to do burnouts and then doesn't go anywhere and has no like there's no driving experience. It's like I don't like the Chevy.
As opposed to the Panther, which is a tuned driving machine.
The Panther is literally a grandma car, but at least it doesn't try to act like a car. The Chevy SS wants to act like it's a sports car, but it's not. Man, I was so disappointed when I drove the SS, and I immediately was like, I don't ever want one of these in my life. Now the G8, totally different, and the GTO even better. The GTO is amazing. The Holden GTO. Over here though, with the Pontiac badge. Who's getting a PS5? Not me.
PC Master Race.
PC Master. Okay, we got a pretty wild PC. I'd love to do a Lemons Rally. That sounds super fun.
Or Gambler.
Or Gambler.
There's a great Gambler Volvo for sale right now.
All right, so this thing's about done. Cord grip tightened down. Woodward Dream Cruise plans. So that's like a long way from us. How far is Woodward Dream Cruise? 18, 20 hours?
Where is that? That's
up by Chicago, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
You have to fly.
I've done that drive.
I mean, I've driven it too. I drove up there to get the drift trike. Speaking of the drift trike, on Tuesday, I hope everyone's ready for Tuesday. Tuesday's gonna be super fun.
That's the best typo ever. Get rid of the Porsche. It's not worth it as a money lit. It is pretty lit.
It is pretty lit. Good old Porsche's being lit. Thoughts on Floatplane? I mean, I don't know. It's too much to upload twice. I love Floatplane. It's cool. Detroit. There we go. Up there. It's really far away. A Tesla build would be awesome because I would love to have a Tesla. Obviously, I've like driven all of them. They've all been awesome. Just don't own any. But I have the Volt. Doing good, Kyle. How are you? My sister still has the Camry wagon. We answered that earlier. She loves that thing. A Tesla with a V8. They've LS swapped Teslas before. People have. So it wouldn't be like new. And I want to do things that are new or things that I want to work on, you know? Fun stuff. High school Camaro. Sitting over there in Gabe's driveway with the Saab 9.5. Soon. The Volvo C30 is for sale, Josh Black. LS swap Jake. Yeah, then he would be 200% Jake. Of course the Crown Vic's a good first car. What could be a better first car? You could literally like send a Crown Vic off a mountain and probably drive away. They're bulletproof. Bulletproof. Life Apollos, what's going on, man? I'm going to text you back here in a minute. My phone's like going off, and it might have been you. Tell your friend that wants to know about your sister's wagon that she called last night needing to know how to add transmission fluid. There you go. That's how it's doing. Crown Vic or Grand Marquis? Which logo do you want on the front of your car? That's the answer to that. Honda swap and LS Camaro. Good idea. It would actually be really funny. K-Series Camaro. That's
not a bad idea.
It's a great idea. I was like, that sounds sweet. And then a big turbo. That'd be really cool. Should I? Knock it off, Siri. More RAM or faster RAM? My answer is always more RAM, but I am good with a lot of slow RAM, right? So most RAM is pretty fast. It's not like you're talking about a huge difference, like 1,000 megahertz. 1 gigahertz difference, usually just hundreds of megahertz in difference. But so I mean, the key now, like timings have gone wild. Nobody even lists memory timings anymore because timings are terrible, and memory just became really slow because we have so much of it. So I don't know.
Kind of depends on your workflow.
It totally depends on your workflow. Are you gaming? You need timings. Are you not gaming? You probably don't need that much RAM. Are you doing content like production like I do? I have a lot of RAM. But I probably don't need it either if you run SSDs that are fast. Wow,
everyone just wants to talk about Panthers now.
That's all we're going to talk about from now on. This is the Crown Vic channel. Cletus has that cornered. He's got two. He bought all the Crown Vics. They're all gone. I do need an angle kit for the 350. That would really, really rock. The Rolls Royce is a 79. Fly to people's houses and fix their cars. Here's the deal. You can't really do it. I've considered doing like stuff like that and like traveling to, help people out, but you need all your tools. And what are you going to do? Like if you fly there, you got to ship a toolbox. So that's what it comes down to. You can do a lot with basic hand tools, but there's a point where you're doing big jobs that are interesting and you got to have all the tools. So the stuff that's easy, I don't know. Doesn't really work. Go on tour with my Mac 301s, all 4 of them.
Best aftermarket mod for naturally aspirated 4-cylinder turbo.
That's right. eBay turbo too.
Yeah.
Don't do it right.
Never do it right. Far less entertaining.
It's so much fun. Dude, this thing's so much fun. I can't believe how much movement the head has. What is that? That's 180, right? So we're starting at 180, 360. How much more? It's just 360 on the head, and then 360 tilt, 540 pan.
Bike engine in a small car. Yeah, that's why I want a Smart. C. Rofterman, I've driven an original Insight. Stop it.
I let go of the mouse, and then I can't move the light. Cool. I have not met Matt from Demo Ranch, but he does my apparel. If you guys have Watch JL Go shirts, they came from him. Luke Robatil, thank you so much for your super chat. Wouldn't it be funny if I like spin the light right now and throw his drink everywhere?
It's a sponsor display.
They're not a sponsor. Now, in your opinion, what's the best LS? Great question.
The cheapest.
Yeah, probably the cheapest. So here's the thing, like the LS7 is the greatest. It will never be out-engineered, right? The LS7 is the wildest thing that was ever built. It's still the most like NA power ever made out of that platform, and it's made of glass. It likes to like drop valves all the time. So it's like a really, really good, really bad engine, right?
Opposite end of the spectrum, 4.8 takes the most boost.
The 4.8, you can put 1,000 horsepower on without touching for at least 30 minutes. You'll get a good 30 minutes out of that thing after you put twins on a 4.8.
Hope your commute's 29.
That's right. It'll be one really fun drive to work. Oh, my car blew up. You're just sitting there in the parking lot with oil everywhere. The LS1 is probably one of my all-time favorites because it revs super fast when there's a manual on it. I've done a boat before, Brown. Go back on the videos. I did a $500 boat. It was super fun. R8, it's coming back. When it comes back, what do you want me to do? I have to fly, like, it's a multi-day trip to go get it. Everyone acts like I can just like have the R8, but that's not how that works. Obviously, I love the LS1. I've got the LS2 in the Camaro from the Trailblazer. I had the Trailblazer. I blew one up in the Trailblazer, bought a brand new one from Chevy, and that was my TVSS story. And so I had the LS1 and C5, and then the LS6 from the CTS-V is, of course, in the Rolls-Royce. And that thing's super bulletproof. The LS6 is like kind of the most bulletproof one, maybe. And of course, I had the GXP, the Grand Prix GXP, which had the LS5 in it. And that engine is bulletproof, but it's always made it to the worst transmission ever made, which is the 4H60T. It's just tough. Once you turn that transmission sideways, it can't hold any power. So there you go. There's your pretty much all of the LS's broken down. The LS3 is amazing, actually. The LS3 was probably, it might be the best one. It also has the best flowing intake, if I remember right. Icon A5, sell the R8 and get one. I assume if you know the Icon A5, you know that it costs about 4 times what the R8 cost. It's like $350,000, right? Maybe even more. It's a sport plane for rich people, which I am neither.
Neither rich or people.
LS4. The LS4. I had the LS4. You're right. And the LS5 never existed. That's what it was. You right, Stuart. Good call. Thank you for not selling out and only doing Lamborghini content. I don't have any Lamborghinis, so I can't. R8 only sort of counts. Has the DNA. Yeah, C30 is still on Marketplace. I feel superchargers are more reliable. It depends on the supercharger, right? I mean, the Eat and Rock grinders are super reliable, but they don't make any boost. You're always going to get 6 to 8 pounds out of those bad boys. So do you want performance, or do you want instant boost and just like a slight bump? There you go. I don't know who Taylor Ray is, so I can't collab with. Although I feel like a Taylor Ray commented. There's a Lambo at Copart in Wichita? Hold the phone. All my Corvettes have been sold. Yeah, this is deep inside JR Production Studios.
This is how it goes every single time. We like get started on a project and then just...
Hey, dude, we did the project. We swapped 4 of these bad boys out so far, and we can definitely move on to the studio colors, which are huge, but it's a 2-person lift, and I have to walk away for like a second because it's a big light. It was all I could do to pull it out of the case. Hold on. Copart, Wichita.
I got the laptop with us and set it on the case. I can watch her.
You can watch us struggle to get
watch
that.
all the blood rush to our faces.
Open up the Copart app right now. Hellcat swaps in a Chrysler 300. The Chrysler 300 deserves it. Also, you already have the Chrysler 300 SRT, which is amazing. You don't really need to Hellcat swap that thing.
First gen Chrysler 300 is one of the more surprising vehicles I've driven.
It is a good car.
I expected it to suck, and it didn't.
Copart, log in. Put my password in there. As soon as I do this, it's going to be like, your password doesn't work. You have to log in on the desktop. This app has been broken for so long. Okay, Lamborghini, sort by distance, Wichita, sort, location. This is not working out very well for me. Oh, it's sorted by, you have to put K. There's no Lamborghinis in Wichita Copart. There are 17 Lamborghinis for sale on Copart, and they're almost all in California. 3 in Florida, Georgia, New Jersey, New York, Ontario, Tennessee, and 4 in Texas. 5 of those are in Cali. Lamborghini not found. Is it something else? Because I'll look. John Davis, thank you so much for your super chat. Do a cheap build giveaway. I should do that. Love to give away some of these things. Okay, let's unplug the Mac 301. And let's go get a studio color because I actually need to rebuild the studio colors. And this stream was supposed to be like, be a lighting technician for a day. That's what we were going to do here. So the studio colors need like taken apart, swapped. Oh, you guys don't need a band, whoever said that. It was still funny. I looked. I just had to see. I haven't seen any wrecked ones in town. There's a Macan S at Copart? Now that's cool.
Ooh.
I would love to do a Macan S. I mean, crossovers are where it's at. Who doesn't want to watch crossover content?
Is it Elliot's parents' old one?
Did they wreck a Macan?
Well, there was that one time.
I don't know.
6 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a Macan S is like the one, right? It's like right in the middle of the base model. It's not the turbo, but it's quick enough. It makes a ton of horsepower. So while we're here, I'm using this light as like the light on me. But let's, there you go. You can still see what I'm working on. We got to get the bracket mounted on this guy.
One or both?
Both. And then you just bolt them together.
Yeah.
This thing going here. Yeah, so then you take your cheese clamp, put it right through there. All right. I would do an RV. We'll see. It has to be a cool RV, right? Like, what's the point of a not cool RV? And what is a cool RV? Do a rally build. NorCal Miata, thank you so much for your super chat. Do you have like a lifted Miata? Because lifted Miatas are always cool. You can pretty much do anything with them. Yeah, buy the 918 from Walzer. Okay.
You're right on that.
I'll be right back. Hello, Walzer. I have 1.4 million of Monopoly money.
Do you do in-house financing by chance?
Will you? What are the payment terms? Do you have 100-year? Yeah, I should. An Aztec sounds really cool.
They call that the Centurion.
Do you have the Centurion payment plan?
Now that would be cool. Getting a Centurion conversion van and modernizing it.
Yeah.
Turbo LS, modern LED fixtures and stuff.
So yeah, that would actually be cool. But you know, all those conversion van companies are still like making vans.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing.
At the same time, you could just buy that.
Yeah, you can just go get them.
Well, you could also just buy a new RV, but
never. An Airstream restoration might be cool, but like, what's an Airstream restoration, right?
So expensive.
First of all, they're wildly expensive, and secondly, they're all fine. Like, there's really no issues with them. All you can do is like polish them and like, oh, looks new. So there you go. EV and RV, smart, but it would need to be like a Cybertruck platform.
Gosh, it'd be so. You'd take a lot of battery. Well, the problem with an RV is inherently you're going to be driving at a lot of distance.
Right.
Maybe a hybrid RV if you put like a couple gas range extenders in there to charge the batteries while you drive.
How about this? We get the RV, throw away all the beds, fill it with batteries, and then it has the range that we needed.
It's literally just completely full of batteries.
It's just no
room inside it anymore.
It's no longer an RV. Have you ever been rear-ended? Absolutely. It destroyed my Jaguar XJ6. That was the end of that car. It was a great car too. But rear-end collisions are like one of the easier things to fix, right? Like, it's a little harder than a front end, I would say. I'd collab with Derek from Vice Grip for sure. I have a Cybertruck pre-order too. I had 3 of them because it did it automatically for some reason. But yeah, I have pre-order. Yeah, buddy. All right, what we need to do now is go get the studio spot. We got to do it, guys. Okay, give us 2 seconds. We'll be right back.
The laptop's portable.
No, we're not moving that because we got to use all of our strength to lift the light. has handles? Yeah. Oh, man. We're back. You don't want to lift these. It's about all I got. Oh my gosh. I was halfway there and then you grabbed it. Okay. All right. Probably not supposed to lift it by the yoke, but who cares? Okay. One studio color. Got the kid. Studio spot. These things are old school. Oh man. Let's put a cord end on it. This one says everything works but shutter is stuck. So we need to pull the head off of it and take a gander at the shutter system, which it looks like you can just snap the head. Yeah. There you go. And then it's got a safety cable on it, which is kind of nice. How nice of you, high-end systems. See what you can find on the shutter mechanism there. What? Professional setup by the recliner? Talking about my computer and everything that's over here running the rig. Competition with the sun. Yes. That is what we're working on. We were planning on starting a new sun on Tuesday. My electric bill won't go through the roof. I'm not going to run these. So there's the shutter. Oh, that motor feels Oh no, that's frost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that frost or is that
The
shutter?
shutters.
No?
That's
Unless the shutter is like buried. But there is a good chance that's frost. Man, these things have zoom too. It's so cool. These would be the ultimate Christmas lights. Gabe and I just had a long talk. We were like, yeah, man, let's put these studio spots out by the trees. We were going to uplight the trees in the yard with these bad boys.
So this is a halogen light?
Yeah, it's halogen or metal halide or something like that. Old school. That's right. We're going to have permanent sun over here, Remy. Good call. These are not for flying drones at night, but hey, which one? Brown was hot, correct? We all forgot already. I'm going to go ahead and wire it with hot brown.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Cool. RGB house. So this isn't really RGB. This has a color wheel because it's color mixing with color wheels. It's probably not even color mixing. Oh, it's got dichroic glass too. Man, these things are sick. This was a sick light. The guy told me he paid $57,000 for 12. So I got 12 or 13,000 of these yesterday for free. Thank you, Morph, and everybody that said yes. I went ahead and wired it like that. Condor build, they're building a new shop. Sounds cool. These are for blinding supercar drivers. You figured it out. It probably will give you a sunburn. This is 575 watts. Unlike all those LEDs we just worked on that pull like 30 watts, and they're way brighter. Way better fixtures. Okay. Got a couple screws in this. We're ready to plug it in. Did you get the head all the way up? Sweet. Good. Thank you. That's exactly what I do when I'm working on these, is just like pull the cover. And there shouldn't be a micro switch. I don't think it knows that the head's off.
Now we can watch all the neat stuff do things.
You guys want to see a light initialize? Because it's super cool. All right, here it goes. This might trip a breaker.
We have light.
We do? Oh, yep. Starting at LMR.
Late model restoration. Sure.
Resetting. It says reset. Here's the initialization. So, looks like Zoom is about homed. The gobo wheels are all spinning. Data in. Have some data. Here's the pan and tilt initialize. And after this, it will start the lamp, which is what might trip a breaker. I doubt it though. It's only 575 watts, and we're not pulling too much over here. Here she comes. Try to get you guys there. That'll help the ray of death. These are not from Vegas. I actually got all these for free. Just these ones, the studio spots, for free because they're sold. Striking lamp. There it goes. This is an HID or a metal halide. I don't know which one it is. The death ray.
Striking is a neat term.
Isn't it? It tells you everything going on right on the display. CMY color mixing. And it looks like it's on channel 25, which we're going to need to change back to channel 1. This thing has to be.
Lights on.
Yeah, I can see the lamp.
Yeah.
She's coming. All right, so the shutter.
Way deep in there.
Yeah, can you see the shutter? Oh, yeah, it's buried. The shutter is like one of these servos all the way in the back. At least these things are cheap. These motors are usually like 10, 15 bucks. So, oh, here we go. We're back down.
So you're going to fix these and sell them?
Yeah, I do think I'm going to sell all these. I don't want these ones. The other one, all the other stuff we just worked on, I'm definitely keeping. Something about SDI. LS swap the lightsaber. That's right. So I think we have lamp. Menu, lock, press. How do you unlock it? Via? C025. I'm assuming. Address. Enter. Okay, it's gonna freak out as it gets towards 1. Right?
Yeah.
Hey! Daniel, thank you so much for your super chat.
That looks real sci-fi.
This thing's so cool when it's running. Look at that. It does look like a death ray. I have absolutely had an RX-7 FC. We drove it until it blew up. Like typical.
All 2 blocks?
I made it a few miles before it blew up. It was actually like a daily. It had hundreds of 100,000 change miles on it, tons of miles on that car. And then after I got it, someone hit it. Insurance paid for it. And then we kept driving it. And then it blew up. Someone gave me these lights, these antiques, because they wanted them out of the warehouse. They were like, these are junk. So obviously I'll fix them and sell them. Not all the other lights. I bought all those, and they're awesome. They're like they're current generation epic lights.
What is this circle here?
Hey, so we need to feed it a bunch of random DMX info. Also, oh, these are so slow. This is running like full speed. Wow. They can't be that slow, man. That's just slow. Like you couldn't even use this on like any show. It has a sun gobo. That's pretty cool. Oh, it has rotating gobos too. Oh, that's fixture speed. Okay, try this again. There we go. Now we've got some speed.
That's a lot of mass.
One of these channels was like fixture run speed. This was absolutely the future, and it was so cool. And now it's just literal antiques. Okay, let's see if we can find the shutter. What's that?
Light mixing, it looks like. All the color wheels are flipping around.
It is definitely the color wheels. Okay. That is focus. Oh, the focus locked up. Oh, there it goes. The focus is a little spotty unless it's not supposed to move that much. Okay, what's this one? Frost on off. What's this one? Gobos and gobo rotate, or the gobos are indexing. They're indexing. Oh, it might be because the shutter's stuck. What are we thinking? I need to add channels to this light profile. That way we could play with trying to find the shutter. Oh, well. Yeah, we're using a DMX controller that's light jockey, and this mouse is controlling that computer that I'm looking at behind me. There's another monitor sitting back there. Yeah, just the moving is cool, but like we need the shutter open. And if I can see...
So there's a couple of motors that go to the underside of that plate there.
I
It looks like
see
the
that.
shutter. I think there's one on each. Yeah, there's one on each end. This motor
That makes
and this
sense.
motor.
Because it uses them to strobe.
Yeah.
You're right. We might be able to force it.
I don't know if they're jammed or both bad, or like if they both went bad at once, I would think it's an electrical issue.
Right. Hey, that was one of them.
Yeah. Now we've got half a gobo.
The frost is
Oh yeah, the frost.
going in and
actually-
out. Oh, that looks sick! Oh, dude!
So dim because we've only got one shutter open.
I only have one.
I think the other one's on the other side there.
Okay. Try. Hey! It's probably bright now.
It's brighter.
Dude, the frost is so cool. I wish you guys could see it like fading through the gobo on the wall. If I could figure out where the frost control was.
I mean, honestly, just
Oh, what am I doing? I have fixture profiles for this. This thing's an antique. All right, guys, give me a couple seconds here. I'm going to add a fixture. Setup, fixture config, high-end systems.
burning a hole in the wall. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we're definitely burning a hole in the wall.
It is warm.
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Hi, Cliff. How do you work with this knucklehead? Are you talking to me or him?
What are you talking about? We're doing epic stuff over here anyway. Who else is doing this? High-end systems. What? Studio color? Is that what that is? What's it say on the side? Spot? Studio Spot 575.
575 series.
CMY.
Oh, I looked at it. Mistakes were made. I just gave my corneas a tan.
Okay, and we're going to put that on DMX Universe 3 and Channel 1. And
Rear engine LS swapped bug-eye sprite.
Nope, that's not possible.
You've just described... Me?
Yeah, I've got full control of it now.
Full control.
Dude, look at all the stuff it has!
That's a lot of windows.
This is insane. I wish you guys could see this.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
Oh, dude. This thing is nuts. All right, let's see if I can put that gobo on the wall so everybody can see it. Okay, here. And then down. Down, down, and over.
Over the other way. There we go.
Okay, there we go. All right, one of these says focus.
Custom-
Focus 132.
Custom gobos. Well, that's basically what the DL2 is for.
Yeah, we don't need custom gobos. We got the ultimate. Frost 0.
Hello and good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Jake, too close to the camera. The ugly is too much.
I really can't make that focus exactly right.
Well, it's hard to tell because I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
Okay, this is wide open.
That's weird.
We still have like a shutter issue.
Yeah.
Check out the color mix. Oh, that's nasty color mixing, dude. Dude, can you imagine what this cost back in the day?
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty absurd number of servos going on here.
I guess I know that it costs like $4,000.
Don't move it. I'm going to try to shove this.
Oh, hey, it says shutter closed. Hold on. I'll open it. Okay, that's shutter open. Can you move it?
It is open against the stop.
Okay, hold on. I can hear one of those motors trying to run, but one motor's like down. You can see that one motor moving.
They're both moving.
Really?
Unless there's a
Oh, look! The dimmer! The dimmer doesn't do anything.
That's so weird. I don't see anything else in the way. Man, this smells real good.
Oh, yeah. Go, spin! There's the focus.
This is me playing with my gauge cluster and input. I love that. Oh, that one's cool.
Which one?
The one you were just doing.
That one's cool too.
That one is cool. I don't understand why it looks weird though.
Something's definitely like wrong inside the fixture.
Yeah.
All right, sorry guys. We're trying to figure out what's going on with this fixture and like why it's only showing like half of the image that it should be projecting.
Yeah, because you can look down in here. And
Yeah.
I could see both shutters hitting their stops when they were open.
And it's incredibly bright right to the gobo wheels. Like it's like a gobo wheel didn't line up correctly or something.
Oh, yeah, they're not.
They're not?
Look, it's indexed.
It is indexed wrong. If I go right, there it is. Look how epic that looks.
There we go.
Wow, that's a cool gobo.
Okay, well that's it. It's fixed.
Well, it's it probably has like an opto encoder on this.
Yeah.
Is that exactly what it's? Hold on, watch out. I think you're in the way of it there. Or I am. Nope. Which way is perfect? That way.
This one. Okay,
Hey.
look, this one here is either a little bit too far or not far enough. Like it's.
I see. You're right. And that's the wide open one that it should be shining through.
Yeah.
It doesn't like to index correctly.
Huh.
Well, that is a sweet light. Let's look at all the other gobos. Man, this was like my dream.
Don't understand.
Okay, so that's. Oh, it runs both gobos at once to create the colors.
What moves this? I am so confused.
There's another servo that runs that.
Hang on, do that again.
Oh, that one's sick. Can you put the 3D squares on the wall for the people? Shoot Nerf out arrows at it. Go the other way. We're missing. Hey, that one right there.
I looked at it.
It looks so cool.
That is sweet.
Man,
That looks real cool out of my one good eye.
Gobo Rotate really makes things awesome. Okay. Even all of my new LED fixtures don't have Gobo Rotate. Stop it. Go away. I shined it right into my eye.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Stop it. I'm trying to bring it back and put it on the wall.
Should hook this up to like a HOTAS.
A what? Sorry. I was trying to go the other way.
One of those right there twin stick gaming joysticks.
Oh, okay.
Down a little bit.
Well, I just want to find focus, and then I'm good. Oh, can you see it on? You can't see it on camera. All right, we're done with this. Sorry. Hydro bill? Nah. Maybe the electric bill. Oh, if somebody said blast with compressed air. It's actually really clean inside. Like, they did a great job maintaining these fixtures. But I can see, like, one hair on one of the gears, and there's all the opto encoders right there. I wonder what that thing's actually looking at, what its reference is.
Yeah. I still don't fully understand what actually rotates this gobo plate because there's like nothing physically connected to that part. It almost feels like it's magnetic.
That's like a drivetrain. Well, we do, if we grab my air compressor, I bet we could get this solved. Which one's that? Oh, that's frost.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. All right.
All right.
Don't mess with it for a minute.
That's cool. Front element's filthy.
It is. But the rest of it's like really clean. What a sweet old light. How old is this thing? 1990 something. This is like the best one that there was too. The 575 CMY color mixing spot. Crazy. Yeah, I would bring the air compressor. I'd bring the air hose in here before we would carry this out to the air compressor. It just weighs a ton. I did not fix the death bulb on the F-250. That's CarMax's job. Are you recording things for your Instagram?
Not Instagram. This stuff is neat.
Ah, stop it. Right there. It's hard to do this with a mouse. The Audi's just coming home. They're not doing anything else. I told them they could stop. Yeah, that one's cool. Like a spinning red sky. Okay, that one's just broken. That one's super cool. Ah, there's a white prism version, it looks like. What if I want wide open? Where is no gobo? Huh. I thought we had found no gobo for a second there. At least that one's cool. If you go back to this one. Huh. Yeah, there's plenty of crazy death wall videos on the internet. They didn't forget how no one has the tune files for the V8 R8s anymore. That's what actually happened. They don't have the file, and the people that originally tuned the car don't have the file, and a 575 watt fixture puts out a lot of heat. That thing is like, the heatsink is like burning, man. That is crazy hot.
Oh, wow.
The temperature gun's on the kitchen counter. Let's find out. Let's find out. Somebody should name their band Death Wobble. Yeah, Light Jockey does show me the gobos for this thing, but it doesn't index them correctly. Light Jockey obviously has fixed profiles for this because it's an antique. Antique. If it had an LED in it, it would solve all of its problems. I don't know if you can LED swap these things. Be cool. I should find out. Do it. 150 degrees. Science. What's the science say?
160 is what it's stabilizing on.
160. Man, that thing's hot. How do you properly shut the fixture down?
Full power.
No, pretty sure you shouldn't pull power on these bad boys. This light's from 04? That makes sense. 04 100% makes sense for this thing, which would have been when Light Jockey existed. Sheepy can't tune the R8. They haven't ever worked on a V8 car. Hefner built the car, and they don't have the tune for it. Tornado front end into rear bug eye sprite with LS. Tornado front end. Not. Why would you ruin a bug eye sprite? I'm not doing that.
Love bug eye sprites. Wonder what sort of control scheme that R8 is tuned on. Speed density or...
It has maps.
Oh.
I've got dual maps in the R8. Rebuilding a Pagani, the one that got wrecked 3 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Kid. But like, no, why would you do that? It can go back to Pagani. It's getting fixed in the US though.
It's like a McLaren F1 where you literally can't total it.
Yeah. They are fixing it here though. Oh, sweet. You can index the gobo. There must be a shutdown function, right?
How many watts was this again?
575. Is it shutting off?
Looks
No,
like
don't do it. It says strike. I pushed lamp off. It says it's trying to restart the lamp. Unless it's saying the lamp is struck, which is what I want the opposite of that. I want it to shut down. It's really quiet because they didn't put a fan in it. It's very nice. Cool. I'm not LS swapping a Cessna 172. I don't want to do that. I think you should buy a Ford Escort EXP or a Rampage. Well, been there, done that. And I have about 15 cars right now to answer Tom's question. All right. Let's talk about cars. We're done with the lights for a while. I think I can sell this one now. I don't know if it's saying it's like cooling the lamp or if it's going to try to restrike it. I'm hoping it's just cooling wet. This is pretty wild. It doesn't have a fan like a projector or anything. I do not need this thing. You to get your own shop garage? My garage is right here. TK's garage is in the house. It is a big light. This thing's a big old school light. It's not like a 2000 watt or anything. There's plenty of bigger lights, but pretty sweet. Flight school, working on it. Not working on it enough. These are not landing lights for pilots. These are cool toys. The Datsun in Jake's yard. What about it? House of Boost can't tune the R80. There's like 6 people in the country that can tune my R8. And the people that it's like AMS who originally tuned it, Hefner who built it and could tune it, but they've never really tuned one because AMS did them all. Right? AMS or APR? APR, not AMS. AMS might be able to. And John Reed Racing. That's the one guy who can really do it. Sheepy has never tuned anything ever. Every car they've ever done is blown up. Okay? I'll do it maybe one day I'll make the video where I talk about who you should let build your twin turbo exotic, and the only answer is Underground Racing. No one else. There's not a running Sheepy car out there for more than a few weeks. And it's crazy that they have a YouTube channel and everyone recommends them because of that, while cars blow up left and right. TK's Garage, thank you so much for your super chat. And who can fix your X5? Anybody. You can fix your X5. That's a super fun car to work on. Super fun. You should definitely work on that. Sheepy builds Hondas. I can give them lots of credit for Hondas and fabrication. Killer Honda fab guys. Epic welder. Beautiful work. Should not work on supercars. That'll get back to them and they'll have something to say. Dimension sizes flashed on one of your videos. No, that was an accident. Everyone thought that was a hint. That 2x4 by 12 by 12 or whatever is like, I use that as a placeholder for a font like years ago when I started putting together the package for the thing for all the videos, and I always use that. And in that video, I forgot to delete it, and everyone thought it was a hint. It's total accident. It's not shade. It's just the truth. The only people who can build twin turbo supercars are Underground Racing. That's it. That's it. If you want it to last, if you want it to work, if you want to go break records. I mean, AMS is out there getting close to the records, but that's it. Those boys at Underground, best in the world. I did not get Microsoft Flight Sim. It'd be cool. Play some FSX. I'm not ramped up. No, Tuesday's the announcement of everything. No, not Sheepy. Underground Racing is it. I'm telling you guys. The comments go on forever, but nobody in the chat has a twin turbo Huracan, right? Or Audi or anything. I mean, I do. And I can guarantee you that if Underground doesn't build it, it's going to blow up. And it's going to look good and it's not going to work. Will be pretty. EcoBoost stuff would be super fun. I still hang out with Brian, but he doesn't leave the house much anymore. Yep, I've watched Amelia Hartford. I've hung out with Amelia Hartford. We actually shot a bunch of stuff at SEMA. And we're both sponsored by Motul. So we had huge dinner with her and I and the Ring Brothers. It was awesome. Good times. Yeah, I love the X5. Even all the garbage variants of it. Love them. Yeah, I would love to do the What Could Go Wrong series. That would be really cool. I have probably 100 videos with the Underground cars in them. Because we drove the twin turbo Huracan across country mini. We put 40,000 miles on that build. And nothing ever went wrong but the transmission because it still has a stock transmission. Stock transmissions kept going back in it. They keep breaking. You're supposed to put the billet transmission in when you're running 1,250 horsepower on the street every single day for 40,000 miles and just racing it every single day. So it needed the billet trans and never got it. Amelia's TT Corvette is blown up, but it's cool. I mean, there will be twin turbo cars that work down the road. The thing is, you can't tune the Corvette, right? Nobody can tune it. I don't think anybody can tune the Global B GM ECUs yet.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is if you guys remember, Hennessy's still doing stuff. If you want it to burn down, That's just common knowledge. Yeah, so you can't tune the new Corvette ECU. It took them, about a year of nonstop work to crack the Corvette ZR1 ECU. And that all trickled down to everything else that everybody has to tune. Like all of HP Tuner's stuff came like trickling down from the ZR1. And now GM built a new ECU series called Global B that's like all CAN bus and all encrypted, and nobody can tune that. Which is why there are no real like twin turbo Corvette builds that make power, because they can only tune them on wastegate and maybe a couple other little tricks, but you can't tune the ECU because it's completely locked down. So when HP Tuners cracks that ECU, everybody will have awesome twin turbo cars. It'll be a while before there's fast C8 Corvettes like that. Global B was a big change. And you know what? I think the manufacturers at this point are going to start completely changing how the ECUs work every single time they release a car so that we can never tune them. Because the goal for the manufacturer is to keep all of us out so we can never work on them. But our goal is to crack everything they do so we can work on the cars. And we'll see. Maybe Right to Repair lets us be able to work on those things. Cletus sold his car because he made 30 grand on it. Hello from Telford. Hey, Angie, how's it going? Turbocharged Corolla sounds cool. Right to Repair is going to be awesome if we ever get that legislation passed in all the states. We have, Massachusetts now? It'll give us cool tools that we can play with. Down in Bradenton, cool. I'll be back down there in Sarasota soon. Got to pick up the R8 like we've been talking about. Rustiest car I've ever owned? I don't know. The 350Z is pretty bad. I don't know how the bottom of it's not flaking, but all the bolts are rusted in place. Lots of Florida down here. Jason, hi from England. How's England? I don't think we have the Ford Focus Cabrio because we don't have anything that we call Cabrio in the U.S. That's like a weird thing to say here. Is that convertible? I don't even remember. Yeah, but you can't use the Tech 2, right? Because GM left the Tech 2 10 years ago, right? I have that Tech 2 that we bought for the truck. We talked about it a lot in the videos where we were tuning the truck and trying to get the radio unlocked. It's not her transmission. Like, that car doesn't work, Mike. I mean, yeah, the transmission blew up, but you can't tune the ECU. So the car can never be tuned, so you can't make it fast. That's just simple. It's just a fact. GM uses GDI. It's the DIS, right? No? MDI. MDI is the new GM interface, and you have to have a subscription to it. But that only lets you work on the car. That doesn't let you tune the car. Tuning the car requires HP tuners, EFI Live, stuff like that. HP tuners for me, every time. Love those guys. And they do a great job going through and cracking the encryption on those ECUs. So HP tuners is, of course, always epic. This thing did finally shut down. Awesome. Yeah, I used to watch some Louis Rossman. Haven't seen anything lately. It hasn't been popping up. Yeah, so I do want an MDI. Tech 2 is great for an 01 Camaro. The Tech 2 is great up to about 2008, which is when kind of the car industry had a big shift, right? I returned almost all those extra cameras, Matthew, now. I'm back to using the FDRX 3000. I still have the Fuji X-T4, and I returned the Sony ZV-1, and then Jake bought it, and then I bought a ZV-1 again so that we could, because it's actually, the ZV-1's pretty solid, but you just need somebody shooting with it. So that's my camera situation. Yeah, HP Tuners is on their game. The MaxiCheck is epic for diagnosis, again, just like the MDI. And the MDI can do a lot of programming on the Chevys, but no tuning, right? Tuning it's not something GM wants anyone to be able to do, or anyone. Like, no manufacturer wants you to be able to tune their cars. That's the one thing that they want to put a stop to, right? That's why Banks has a lot of stuff that's really cool, like piggybacks. A lot of people have piggybacks, right? Piggybacks make it easy because you don't have to tune the ECU. So that's probably what they'll try to do with the C8 Corvette, because they can't tune it. It's impossible, and when it is possible, we'll know because HP Tuners will do it. So VCX Nano is really cool. The VCX Nano actually does like almost everything. It's not a tuner, right? It just does coding, like simple stuff like radio stuff. But yeah, the VCX Nano is great because it does Audis, all the Volkswagen stuff, right? I've done Power Tour, Travis Warheim. We did it in a GTR one year. I'd like to do it again in the Rolls Royce. So Power Tour is a lot of fun. Just driving around being hooligans. It's just like a rally. It's just a rally for American cars. And when you usually say rally, it's usually supercars. So there you go. A whole Ute would be really fun to work on, but you can't really get it into the country, right? There you go. Everyone subscribe to Jake's channel. He's hanging out back there, putting in work. Last Goon Squad video I watched was them building their, what's that thing? Goblin. So 4 years ago. But those guys are cool. I think they do cool stuff. I enjoy their channel. Different Bluetooth OBD scanner review. We could do something like that. But honestly, if you're gonna do that, maybe just get the Autel one, because Autel spends a lot of time making their software nice. Again, not tuning.
Autel has like a scanner for like your phone.
Yeah, Autel is a Bluetooth scanner. It's called like the BT300 or something. I've never used it, but I know that it'll be good because all their other stuff's really good. Those guys are great. Exactly, Brian. Yeah, you have to be able to change fueling on the Corvette, but yeah, piggyback is how it's done. You can't throw out your ECU on your C8, Terry. I mean, it's so integrated, right? The ECU is running a lot of the cars. Still, obviously you still got a BCM doing a lot of the stuff. I have the biggest Autel. Now they have a new one, but I have the Elite. They have one called the Ultra that just came out. I don't have that one yet. I'm familiar with Blue Driver. Jake has it, right? A Blue Driver. Somebody has a Blue Driver. I've seen it before. It's decent. Another OBD dongle. There's so many good OBD dongles out there for your phone.
I've got an $18 Amazon one, and it does fine for me on Android.
Also have the $18 one. I've used it for probably the last 10 years when I didn't have good scanners. And it's great for basic stuff. You got to have the Autel to do big stuff.
Wow. Yeah, the Autel Bluetooth scanner is only $70.
Yeah, like, $70 and nice.
And that's an actual brand.
And support, right? Support's kind of cool. Yeah. So again, we were talking about the C8 tune will come from a replacement ECU. That's true. And if you can get a Motec on a C8 or something, sure, that solves your problem, right? But then you lose all your cool stuff, bro. I bet the car like completely breaks.
I love this. Frequently bought together. Autel Bluetooth scanner, tap and die set, and anti-seize compound. That's
the car guy solution right there. You need a tap and die set, and you need an OBD scanner and a bunch of anti-seize, so you can rub it on everything.
That is hilarious.
MaxiCheck Pro is great. That's right. I still have the little Autel too, because Johnny has had my big Autel for like through 2 months. I need to go get that thing back. I've been using the little one.
Let's go beat down the shop door.
All we have to do is go knock. I don't think we have to beat down the shop door. Johnny's awesome. But yeah, he's been borrowing mine for a long time. He needed it. I said, go for it. He lets me use the shop.
Ronald Finger's Fiero restoration is amazing.
I watch none of it. People talk about it all the time. Build a shop? Sounds cool, but it's expensive. Like $1 million. Have you owned a 2-valve 4.6 V8? I have. Obviously, Terry Baptist, Motec ECUs are the greatest in the world. They're really the only thing you should ever use. There's lots of terrible choices out there, but I mean, Holley for everything with an LS, Motec for everything else, or Motec if you have an unlimited budget, right? Because just the ECU is $10,000. So you're looking at $10,000 plus a screen, $1,500 more dollars. Power control, $1,500 more dollars. I mean, race cars are expensive. Race cars are expensive. That's why it's tough to switch to Motec, and that's why all the race car guys do, because it's the most tunable thing in the world. Johnny is obviously just as chill in real life. Johnny is the chillest of the mechanics. I love modern BMWs. I love horrible cars. It gives me something to work on. Your reverse gear issue went to a clutch shop. They did your clutch. They're saying it's the gearbox. When they changed the clutch last week, it's clearly the clutch. Did it have the problem before the clutch? And then they changed the clutch, and now it won't go into reverse? It's throw out, man. It's throw out or the clutch. Haltech is really cool. Haltech does some cool stuff, and their software seems pretty cool. I've hung out with them at 2K and stuff. Good guys. But Holley for me, super easy. I can put a Holley on a car in like a couple hours, and I've got fuel management, and it's awesome. Have I tampered with carburetors? Yes. I don't like them. Jake seems like you're creeping behind. You're like, your head is the light, and it's really funny. There, now you guys can see him. Just look through the light. Ah, Jake. Parts Farm? I don't know who that is.
This is just the only place I can sit that I can also be in the shot every now and
then.
then.
There's no chairs in here. We could get chairs. We actually do own those.
We could move the laptop to somewhere more convenient.
Nope. We got to sit here in the most inconvenient spot. A good project car to start with. You know what I want to do right now, and I think all of you guys would enjoy? FRS.
There is that one that someone
Just traded in,
yeah.
but it went to a bad dealership, and they're going to ask a lot of money. I don't like those guys.
Dang it.
You know they're going to ask top dollar, or it's going to go to the auction.
Top dollar for bottom garbage. Well,
Right.
if it goes to auction,
Right.
that's good because we know people in the auction.
Oh wait, no, it's kind of a good dealership. It's at Tyler Potter's dealership.
Oh.
It's not owned by those other guys.
Yeah,
No, it's Davis Moore.
oh, right.
Yeah, Davis.
Oh, yeah, they're chill.
Davis Moore's chill.
They'll
It's not the
ask,
Stevens.
yeah, they'll still ask more than we'd ever want to pay.
More than we want to pay. We should buy an FRS. Who wants to sell me their FRS? Chat.
Oh, there was one for like $3,000 on Marketplace with a blown engine.
Perfect. I want a blown engine.
I don't know if it's still there.
Find it. Yeah, Davis Moore. Those guys are great. I was thinking it was a different dealership that starts with an E and owns all the dealerships in town. No house tour. It's a mess. Look at this disaster. Look at this. Okay, first of all, there's the greatest light ever. It's not that much of a mess, but it's also not great looking. We got Crestron iPads on the wall. I think that's a 75. Pioneer Andrew Jones, HSU Research VF whatever 15. One of my favorite subwoofers of all time. The Xbox game collection that I never play ever. Yeah. That's the house tour. Check out that Nerf gun. Nobody has that thing. That's the Nerf missile launcher right there. And it shoots that like missile. It's like that big. I'm back in Bitcoin just a little bit, but I'm not mining or anything. Next Copart project. I don't know. But yeah, there's a Crestron iPad dock on Power over Ethernet over there with a iPad Air, the original one, which was the first one when they made the iPad dock. And then right after that, they made the dock for the 2. Titan starts with no problem, will restart immediately, but if you wait 15 minutes, it won't start for an hour. An electrical issue. That's like all it could be. Crank sensor, crank position, cam position. And it's probably cam position, right? Crank sensors don't seem to fail as much as cam position. On the 5.3, they fail sometimes. Check your, maybe if you can throw a scanner on that and see the live data, that's probably the place to start, Keith. I mean, Titan, the 5.6 is like a bulletproof engine. I've never seen one have starting issues. And it's so cool when they start. I love my Titans. Thoughts on the new BRZ? I love it. Obviously, I want to do a cheap one. Yeah, that's my living room that we're sitting in. I have done a boat, Roble. Check it out. Go back last year. Last year, maybe? It's kind of did a Sea Ray. It was fun. You have the massive. I also got that one at a garage sale for $1. Otherwise, I would not have bought that. Favorite YouTube channel? It's Hoovie's Garage. That's what I watch. I watch the Hoove, and I watch some Life Apollos, and I watch Tavarish. He doesn't. Man, Tavarish needs to make more videos. What am I supposed to do? I run out of stuff to watch. I watch old Jake. I watch the Elliot. And what else? Oh, Linus Tech Tips. Almost everyone. And of course Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds, Weston. Watch those guys. Faux Show. So don't tell VTuned, but I usually follow him on Instagram, so I'm up to date, and I don't see that many of the videos because they don't show up that often. But the 720 build's sweet. Yeah, Tavarish is on the vacay. I'm still learning to fly. I don't watch Scotty Kilmer, guys. Come on. I respect Scotty Kilmer. He's done some crazy stuff. He's just, that's insane. 2 videos a day is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. BRZ build sounds fun. It would definitely be the old one because I want to do cheap. I want to do something that's affordable that everybody could work on. I still have the John Deere crawler, and it's not all together yet. Next car purchase, we bought a bunch of cars. You guys will see them as part of the deal on Tuesday. Of course I watch Weston. He'll be there on Tuesday. Scotty, the Toyota channel. If Scotty says the project's a money pit, it's probably something I want on my channel because that means it's fun. If it's a money pit, it's a good car. It's exciting. My thoughts on the Apple M1 chip. The best thing that's ever come out of the technology industry in the last 10 years. It's going to change the entire game. Scruffy Lee, thank you so much for watching. Glad you got to hang out for a while. Thank you for your super chat. Hopefully you guys are back out of lockdown soon. You're in lockdown for like 2-3 weeks, something like that. I've heard a little bit of that news. My sister's wagon is holding up fine. Next 944 video probably be me driving it around. Camshaft position sensor on the Titan should be super easy. That's probably 110 millimeter. R8 update we've covered many times in this stream. I'm going to bring it back one day. There you go. Is it okay to use a torque wrench as a breaker bar? How much do you like your torque wrench? I don't know. Yes, if you want to break your torque wrench. I think my torque wrench, the Snap-on one says like do not use as a breaker bar right on it, as if that needs to be said. But yeah, don't do it. XJS could be a money pit. That's a Jake realm. Jake lives for the XJS. I would do another XJ6 because it was that was a fun car. Best way to learn to drive stick. Honda, Cobalt. What else? Camaro's pretty good. And maybe the Viper if you know how to keep your foot out of it. The Viper has a clutch that's as light as a Miata. The first gen Viper. Yeah. So the Miata, obviously. You probably don't want to smoke a clutch in a Viper, but it's easy to learn in, I think. I do not have a PS5. I have the 3 is behind me and the Xbox One and the Xbox 360. I don't ever use any of those things.
LS swap and XJS. I had a V8 swapped XJS for a while.
You did. 350 and an XJS. I'm not going to come and swap anything.
It came V8 noises. I missed that car.
There is that one Caterpillar I'd like to put in something. Yeah, who knows? The next gen consoles will get sorted out very soon. I haven't driven any of those JDM mini trucks. Eagle would be cool. WRX not so cool. I don't want to do that. It looks like you have one because your username is Scooby Blue. I don't want to deal with EJ failures. Oil pump, ringlands, lots of problems. Because I would Duramax swap something, or I would do that crazy new Cummins, the good one, the $20,000 one that you just plug in and it runs. What they call it? I called it the RB20 last time. People got all mad, but I think maybe it's like the 24R or something. It's it's a crate. You drop it in and you got a diesel. Blob-eyes are cool, but I don't want to do a WRX. Too much of a nightmare. We actually worked on Zach's on the channel a little bit, and then never uploaded those videos. He had turbo failure and then oil pump failure, right? Because like the turbo caused a bunch of problems, and then they swapped the turbo out and it lost the rod bearings. So I was glad I wasn't involved after that. I'm not going to tune the F-250. I'm leaving all the emissions. The R28, that's the engine. That thing rocks. There you go. You guys got it. The good little Cummins. I will buy every Corvette, and hopefully soon we will have every Corvette in the fleet, every generation. I've had 4, 5, 6. I've loved every single one of them. There's no problems with any of them. I have pros to all of those cars.
I badly want to resto mod the C2.
C2s are cool. C3s are cheap. What do you think of the Ducati 1098? I think it's the worst thing on the entire planet, Michael. I can say that because I have an 1198, and it's the worst thing on the entire planet. But man, is it pretty.
Yeah.
You
described every Ducati.
Yep, that's Ducati, except for the Hypers. The Hypers are incredible bikes. But man, those super bikes are junk. Even the V4, I think everybody that bought V4s hates them. And I hate my 1198. But man, I love looking at it. I still ride the Goldwing.
It's an abusive relationship.
Very abusive relationship. That bike hates you. Tough. Yeah, everyone knows my Ducati opinion. You might have heard that before. Beautiful bikes, terrible to ride. Your pant legs are burning, you know. An Envy Augusta Brutale, that's sick because 3 pipes is cool. But if that one might be a 4-cylinder, but 3 pipes is cool. And the 696, I had a 695. Sold that, but it's still running around Wichita. Ducatis are house art. You put a Ducati in your house, that's where that belongs. It's like a painting.
I still say you need like a rotating turntable to park the 1198 on.
In the house, yeah. That'd be perfect. Perfect. Hey, Multi-Mega Fred, thanks for watching the channel in Germany. That's awesome. Oh, you got a Rocket 3? My dad has a Rocket 3. I was going to post the video of him doing it. The live wire is amazing.
Yeah.
I am in love with the live wire. Rode that thing. Oh, what I would do I almost bought one that day. I went and rode it. I was like, I'm just going to go demo this stupid Harley, and then we're going to leave it in the dust. I'm going to forget that I ever touched it, right? And then I rode it, and I was like, Hold on. How much is it a month? Because it's only like a couple $100 a month, right? Oh, man.
I really want to ride one of the new rockets.
The rocket's amazing.
The new ones look sick.
Here you go. I was going to post this on Instagram, but I haven't yet. Mr. I Got a Rocket 3. Aha. There's my... Oh, no, don't do that. I tried to hit mute and I hit delete video. Pause for technical difficulties. Recently deleted. Undelete. Recover video. All right, we're back. Technical difficulties over. Joe, man, thank you so much for your super chat. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Let's see. So here is library video. Oh, come on. Yeah, Ducati is definitely a mantelpiece. You need a convertible? Recommendations? Miata. Yeah, the Miata is amazing. The Livewire is worth every penny of $30,000.
If you need a backseat, convertible Mustang.
Don't buy a convertible Mustang. I did that. It was the worst, one of the worst cars I've ever owned.
I liked mine. It was terrible, but I liked it.
Okay, here you go. This is what I wanted. Dad's Rocket 3. Doing a burnout. It was a short burnout. XLRV, incredible. You don't want to buy the taillights for it.
XLRV, great. Never own one.
Don't own it. Cool car. Geo trackers are gone. 543 valve is like the worst engine ever. One of the worst. That's for sure. I would like to do an open pilot car very soon. What year VW GTI do you have? I assume a brand new one? That's it'd have to be like a 17 or newer GTI.
You can open pilot a Gen 2 Volt, right?
You can open pilot the Gen 2 Volt, but not with every option. Simons, thank you so much for your super chat at the Rocket 3 fund over here. Rocket 3s are awesome. That's a beast of a bike. Beast of a bike. My music. Thanks for watching all the channels. Yeah, buddy. Jeep Wrangler. Love it. Got to be loaded. Cool. You got a 19 GTI. That makes sense. You can definitely run open pilot on that. If I do it, I'll do it on a Toyota because that's something everybody would have. Kind of the plan. I've done a BMW Z4. It had all the terrible BMW problems. Intake boot leak. It would go into limp mode when you were driving it. When you pull the codes, it had like 75 codes. Typical BMW things. And I really wish I would have had that when I was making videos because I had that way before the channel. So
if you had the auto, you probably would have been able to figure out what's wrong with it.
No, I had the BMW software, dude.
Oh.
And I still like...
Inpa's garbage, though.
Yeah, it was. I was running Dis Plus, right? Because that's old.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
And now Inpa's been replaced with something even newer.
Yeah, BMW has new tools so they can keep you from working on stuff. What's your opinion of the Boss Haas motorcycle? It's awesome. The coolest. Who doesn't want a Chevy V8 and a motorcycle?
So ugly. So
cool. Jake's wrong. How's my brother? Good. I don't know. He called me a minute ago. Needs me to get a movie for him. He was like, "You still have that DVD?" I'm pretty sure I do.
Who uses DVDs?
Yeah, but there's like hundreds of them in the rack over there. I'm not going to do a Chevy Bolt pickup because I hate the Chevy Bolt. The Chevy Bolt is everything that's wrong with GM. It was a mistake.
I still want to drive one.
Bad car. They made the Volt, which was perfect. And it looked good. And it did everything a car should. Super efficient. It was expensive, but they were secondhand. They were cheap. And it gets crazy good gas mileage. And then they made the Bolt, which is a complete piece of junk. Like the worst thing they ever made. It looks terrible. It does have enough range. And it sells for way too much money. Do not like the Chevy Bolt in any way. I would never do that. And I never will. Are you talking about the Tesla pickup? Because that was cool. That was pretty sweet. What's her name? What's the girl that did that?
Oh, the Model 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it in my head.
Robot Queen.
Yes. Yes. My thoughts on the new Hummer are it's amazing. The going rate on a Gen 1 Volt, about $8,000. The going rate on a Gen 2 Volt, $20,000 loaded. Of course, it was like 50 when it was new. Yeah, the Volt is better. It was like the ultimate plug-in hybrid, but it's gone now. Volt's real bad. Simone, she's the one that built the Tesla. Yeah, that was awesome. Truckla. Yeah, Bolts probably do sell for $16K now, but when I wanted one when it was new, it was like a ton of money, and I don't want it anymore because it looks terrible. The Hummer does look fantastic. It's like so good, so good. Yeah, GM talked for a long time. I mean, this was back in like Popular Mechanics days, even before YouTube. They were going to do a skateboard, and they never did that. Obviously, skateboards are difficult. Bolt is terrible, like the ugliest car they ever made. How do you do that? How do you make something so good and then ruin it?
Bean counters.
Bean counters. Yeah, but the F-250 does stuff, right? Like, first, the F-250 has every option that like a Mercedes S600 has in my F-250. And it can also pull a house around. So, best Honda key programmer? I have no idea. Maybe the Otto? I don't know. The new Ranger looks great. Great. GM bought Hummer back and stuck it under GMC or whatever. Silent Truck would be cool, but that's a kit you can buy. You can order body kits that completely transform the FRS. We've been live for about 3 hours, so it's about time to jump off here probably and hop on Twitch because I don't have anything to do. Oh man, the Bronco is so sick. Cybertruck or Hummer EV? Who knows? The Cybertruck is vaporware. So the Hummer, because it will exist next year. I have a Cybertruck pre-order. I couldn't get through on Hummer's website. Daily stick shifts, it's not a big deal. You can do everything while you drive manual. If you're like adept at driving manual, which most people are, it doesn't make a difference. It's kind of annoying when you want to do anything else. But Holy Terminator, thanks. Should I get a Civic or a drift car? A Civic.
Make the Civic a drift car.
Make the Civic. That's a weird thing to do. Angel, thank you so much for the 350Z build comments there. I'm glad you're watching it. Hope you guys are enjoying the 350Z. I'm Watch JRGO on Twitch, Watch JRGO 1198 on Twitter, Watch JRGO on every other platform. I love the classic Broncos. Josh and I did a bunch of work on one. We didn't make any videos of a Bronco 2 that he bought for $750, and it came with a brand new Holly carb. Look, Holly. In the box, it came with a Holly carb. We put that thing on like that day. And I ran over there the next day. He got the wiring like ready-ish for me. And then I put all that together, rewired that thing to throw all that fuel injection junk because it had like a throttle body injection on it. Trashed all that. We put a HEI distributor on it. I think it's HEI, probably. And then we had that Bronco 2 running for like no extra money. And it was running like the next day. And we should have made videos about it, but we were just kind of rushing through the thing. The Audi e-tron is amazing, and I doubt they will let you buy a lot of the parts. Sniper EFI is the ultimate. I love that thing. Love the Sniper EFI. We did the Holly Sniper carb on that truck. My haircut looks fine. The girl that's been doing it has been doing it for like 6 years, and she's great. The fade's good. It's level. She's great. I don't know why people think that because it's only a $20 haircut, it could be bad. E-tron GT, probably epic for sure. I don't need a lawyer to get the R8. They know I'm coming. I can go get it whenever I want. It's just his head. That's pretty funny. Iron Man had an e-tron. Was that like the last video or something?
It was the R8 e-tron concept.
Oh, the concept. That makes sense.
Iron Man 2, I think.
Yes. Oh, yeah. If you put Sniper EFI on something, it's just great. So easy. Yeah, I canceled my Mach-E pre-order because it was kind of didn't like it anymore. That's pretty funny. I don't need help to get the car back. I can go get it whenever I want. It's not like it's like they're not holding a hostage. It's really not a big deal. It's just sitting down there. I did pre-order a Mach-E and then I canceled it when the Cybertruck came out. It's like 50,000 times cooler. And like, what is the Mach-E? So it's not really a battery Mustang, right? Because Ford came out and said the Mustang is a brand. It's not a car. So they're going to make a whole bunch of different things under the Mustang brand because it's like its own thing. It's not Ford anymore. So like, sure, it's a Ford Mustang, but really it's not. It's a Mustang Mach-E. Kind of like how Hyundai spun off Genesis. It's yeah. No, I pre-ordered a Mach-E. I know what it is. I watched everything about it. I loved it. And then the Cybertruck looked 50,000 times cooler. I will not get a 400Z because I could have a 300Z X. Yeah, so Tesla like completely redesigned the Cybertruck, and it's still vaporware. It's still fake, right? Hoovy was here earlier, Larry. He super chatted. iPace is kind of cool. What was I going to say about the 280Z is really cool. Weren't we talking about the Cybertruck? It got smaller. It was so cool because it was huge. Yeah, it got smaller, and then they're going to redesign the front end, and then before they make it, they're going to take away all the stainless steel panels, and then they'll probably scale it down even more, and then and plus it won't exist for like 5 years. You know, it's pretty funny. It's not real. The Hummer's amazing. It's not a vape; it's a DMX connector, but you can blow through it, which is funny. It's the connector for these lights, 3 to 5 pin. Yeah, the Cybertruck when it comes out is going to be terrible, and I'm going to have to cancel that pre-order because the Hummer is amazing. No one's ever going to beat that Hummer. It's perfect. Perfect. Have you ever considered a Factory 5 Racing 65 Cobra Daytona? No, because I would never do the Cobra. I would do the 808 or whatever. 888? What's the good one?
Yeah.
First,
like that.
First I would do a GTM, which is my favorite of all time. Twin turbo LS and a GTM. And then the 818 with the Subaru drivetrain. There's the Subaru I would do for you guys. But here's the thing. If I go do those cars, no one will watch a single one of the videos.
There's a GTM at Lake Garnet that was owned by someone who contracted with Ford. Had a twin turbo EcoBoost in there, and they used it for
Sounds awesome.
They used it for testing mufflers for the new GT.
Yeah, and no one would know that they were running a Ford drivetrain.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for Ford, right?
Yep.
That's genius.
And it's better than the new GT because it had a stick shift.
That's cool, man.
It was a Porsche transmission, I think.
Then usually you do run a Porsche transaxle in the GTM.
Yeah.
Because the whole Corvette drivetrain, and then of course you can't put the transmission because it's in the back. So you just slap a Porsche G80 on it. What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, the big nasty Porsche transmission, and then it's good. You got a car. So yeah, no one would ever watch me do a Factory 5 car because people aren't interested in those things. Because nobody's searching for Factory 5.
Yeah, all the piping and stuff was gorgeous though, because it was done by an OEM.
Yep,
super sweet.
Caliber SRT4 is on the list for me to own one of these days. I love anything Dodge did that said SRT back in the day.
Speaking of stuff no one's searching for.
Yeah, so the mil-spec Hummer with GM diesel, if you go way back on my channel, I revealed that the day it came out. Go way back.
They're not in Wichita.
They left Wichita.
Yeah.
They built them here back in the day, and now they're in Chicago. I am still talking to the guys over there about heading up and making some videos with them. Love those guys. Mil-spec builds great stuff. Oh, yeah, a base Caliber is a bad car. Neon SRT4 and a Caliber SRT4, one of the coolest cars ever made. I love those things. Oh, no, everybody would watch a 90s Neon. What's cooler than like the car that you grew up with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would build a kit car, but it would be an Exocet Miata. I have not watched Long Way Up on Apple TV because they had so many other good shows, and I was watching those. So I do want to watch them drive the live wires across the country. Reliability, not good. That's why they're great. The Rivian truck is also vaporware as far as I'm concerned. It's never going to exist, so I haven't even looked at it at all.
Best cars are unreliable. That's why I daily BMW.
That's right. All right, it's been 3 hours. We're gonna bounce. Jeff, thank you so much for watching the channel. We're always having fun. I mean, that's what I do this for. Work on stuff for you guys, have some fun, and I don't regret leaving the day job at all. At all. I mean, they did fire me. But I was pretty happy when they did. It was time to do this because I had already been doing it for a long time. It is definitely food time, huh? 6:30 here in the old Kansas. Lordstown truck, it's not real either. I think I had a lot of their stock, and I think it like really tanked on me. Big mistake. Bad Goat, thanks for moderating as always. Of course, you had us 95 Neon because those things are bulletproof. Love those. What truck do you like that you have owned so far? The F-250 is unbelievable. Greatest truck. And then the Titan was great too. And also the 5.3. Okay. Every truck is basically amazing. They're all really good. Just not the new Titan. Do not buy a Gen 2 Titan.
The Rampage was the best truck.
Who dat? Is that Gabe? What? Oh, is it Josh? Oh.
Just the mumbly one.
Yeah. You knocked in a pattern, and I was, oh, look who it is. It's the lightweight. Can you come in here without your cover on when we're alive? I don't think you can do. What?
Can you guys even see me?
No, he's invisible. You blend in with the green in the background.
Just the head.
It's super funny that we're in here making a video about lights, and you bring over new lights.
Yeah, I can sense it.
You sensed it.
That's what I do.
I thought I was done here, but you brought me more work.
Yeah, that's what I did here.
I'll trade you this for this.
That looks like some Batman stuff.
Take that home with you. So it's actually like an antique, but we got it running kind of well. The shutter's still flaky, but yeah, we worked on lights for a few hours. Anyway,
It's got tons of servos going on in there.
people were like, "Where's Josh at?" He's right here.
Night shifter.
Yep.
Yeah, night shift life. Going in now.
You're gonna be done. Oh, when are you done with night shift? Pretty soon.
January.
All right. I knew
I'll rotate off for a while.
there wasn't too much time left. All right. Well, we're actually. So I just don't like the Gen 2 Titan because it's big and fat and doesn't do anything really well. We were talking about how I hate the new Titan, and I love the old one. Love the old one. That 5.6. You like my light disaster here?
Yeah.
We worked on every single one of these on the live stream.
I'm trying to take in all the electronics here. It's a lot.
It is a lot. We've got 4 road cases full on the porch. No, so this live stream should be really good. We've got great internet here, but it's probably because the MacBook has a 720p camera, and I could have plugged in the 4K webcam that I have for gaming. Sorry, I thought it looked all right, and we always live stream from the MacBook. All right, another one of these 8x18 RGBW COB. These are color mixing in chip. So really cool. They're outrageously bright. Obviously, that's what we're running right here. That's keeping the whole living room lit up. That thing is bright. Bright. What are you doing?
Moving it over.
Oh,
Still plugged in.
starts pulling everything off. Okay. Do you something about Grandpa's truck? I'm not going to put a camper back on it, but that truck's incredible. I love that thing. I would definitely get the new MacBook. Yeah, so these all had the 220 twist lock connector on it, and what am I going to do with that? The other end, like if I had to use these connectors, the plugs are like $17 each, and these plugs are like 98 cents each.
Right, $1.
Yeah, $1, even in 20 amp.
Price is Right rules. $1, Bob.
Somebody said, are these the new headlights for the 350Z? And honestly, we should do that. That's genius.
I think we'll go right on the push bar on the 250.
That's right. Man, that'd be cool. All right, we're out of here, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for joining in on the live stream. If you're bored, want to watch me on Twitch, we're going to stream like a game over there after we get Taco Bell or something like that. And then maybe we'll have some engines again to work on tomorrow or something. You trying to pick up that subwoofer?
God, what is this thing?
It's the 15.
That subwoofer is the size of a mini fridge.
It took. I had to bring it into the living room on my electric skateboard. It weighs so much. It's outrageous.
Comically large.
It is. It shakes the whole house. It's what I want. What I needed. 2,000 watts on a 15. All right. Later, guys. Have a good night.
Two turntable.